Eastern Louisiana.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw our Owls dominate last week within the scoreboard, winning 42-9. And it was a very comfortable game. We of course, got to see Willie Tiger Jr. coming there at the end. Nkosi Perry didn't necessarily have his best game, 259 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the rushing touchdown, but also 2 interceptions and only a 37.4 quarterback rating. Rushing game, absolutely beautiful. As I mentioned earlier, 366 yards is the 6th most in school history. Larry McCammon, Zubir Mobley, and now getting Johnny Ford back is absolutely amazing for the offense. And looking at the receiving game, last year's leading receiver, LaJonte Wester, leading the way again. 2 touchdowns, 140 yards, 8 catches, was fantastic. As I mentioned, the Lions last week did do a good job of holding Jamal Edrine to not a single catch in the entire game. He had previously been FAU's leading wide receiver. So they did a good job to hold him in. However, we see him getting involved very early. The 2 teams are still away to timeout break. The FAU Owls lead the UCF Knights 7-0. 13 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Thank you all for listening to FAU Owl Radio and JK Productions. We will be right back.
We should have gotten it off way earlier there.
Yeah. I
weird.
hate these headphones so much. It's so loud, and like I can hear myself, but it's like, oh. Sorry guys for listening to this.
Is pounding the rock. Like you said earlier, the FAU, it was their 6th best rushing game of all time with 366 yards. And that's going to be, as we saw in the first drive, a real driving factor in this game. And the second key would be keep UCF's quarterback in the pocket. He's been a very good rusher all year. He's leading their team in rushing. So they're going to have to keep him in the pocket. He's not the best passer, but he is still a very good passer. And the last thing is it's the big game. It's the biggest game of the year here. It's one of the best teams they'll face.
John Riz Plumlee, shotgun formation, fakes the handoff, looks to his right, hits his man in stride. Trying to get the open field tackle, not able to do so. That is number 1, Jamal Baker, the leading wide receiver on the UCF Knights and kick returner. Jamal Baker coming to this game with 10 catches, 168 yards, and getting in the end zone once. Bringing up a 2nd and 4. Plumlee, shotgun formation again. 2 receivers to his left. This time, hands the ball up the middle and is quickly swarmed by the FAU defensive line. Emerging from the pack was number 0, Jalen Joyner there, able to get the tackle. UCF going quickly again, 3rd and 3. This time, faking the handoff over to the right-hand side, able to pick up the first down, it appears, just barely.
And that's a good job by the FAU defense. Someone staying out there, trying to get out there. But that's one of the things they're going to have to keep contained. It's, I just said it, that rushing game from the quarterback. He loves to do that.
You want to keep him in the pocket. He's not the most precise of throwers so far, only throwing 55.4% completion percentage. Plumlee shotgun formation again. Looks to his right side and has his man. That is, again, number 1, Jamal Baker. This time for about a 7-yard gain on the end of the sideline. Smoke one able to get the tackle there. Was the one who missed the tackle on the previous play. UCF now on their own 36-yard line. Plumlee with running backs on either side of him, 2 wide receivers to his left. Tosses it to the swing out of the backfield. And able to get out to the 45-yard line is Johnny Richardson, the backup running back there for UCF. First down.
so far starting out looking at this UCF drive, it's both defenses have kind of looked lost right now. FAU, not a great start for defense here.
First and 10, 45, 11:09 on the clock. Plumlee in the backfield alongside Ms. Bowser. Doesn't have the quick screen, is rushing out to the right, able to get it outside and just about gets to the yard, the line of scrimmage.
You could really see on that play right there how fast this quarterback really is. John Plumlee really getting outside, showing off the speed right there. Didn't pick up that many yards, but could have been a lot worse. Could have lost yards there.
2nd and 9, so it looks like he did pick up at least 1 yard. Checking out of the ball game, is Isaiah Bowser. Their leading running back in rushing yards on the year, 2nd on the team, following Plumlee. In the ball game now, Johnny Richardson takes the handoff to the outside, and great open field tackle. Number 30, Armani Eli Adams there, the redshirt junior. Big tackle there to bring up 3rd and long. Plumlee going quick, looking to his right, takes a deep shot, has a man one-on-one, and it's underthrown, and there is a penalty marker on the play. Armani Adams is going to be called for defensive pass interference there. The pass was intended to Ryan O'Keefe, the 5'10 senior out of Austin, Texas. That's what happens a lot on those underthrown balls. You don't see the corners turning to get the ball, and the wide receiver is slowing down to try to come back to the ball, run into each other, and that's always going to be called on the defense.
Yeah, that's what happens right there. The corner or the safety, whoever it is, kind of gets lost. They kind of get confused where the ball is, where the quarterback's throwing it, and that receiver turns around. They just put their hands up and try and run forward, and that guy's trying to come back, and they knock him every time.
Would have stopped him there for 4th down. However, UCF gets a new set of downs now on the FAU side of the field. Plumlee fakes the handoff, looks over the middle of the field, has his man, Jamal Baker, again with his 3rd catch here on the first drive, getting it down to the FAU 23-yard line. Plumlee's been pretty hot so far on this drive, tackled there by Smoke Mungin. Alongside Plumlee in the backfield is Isaiah Bowser. In motion is number 0, Johnny Richardson. Gets the handoff up the middle. And he's still going. Gets all the way down to the 15-yard line. It looks like we have a fumble. FAU covered the pack, saying they have the ball. Referee's yet to make a decision. It is FAU football. Johnny Richardson fumbling it after a 9-yard gain. Able to come away with the ball is FAU. FAU will be taking over on their own 15-yard line. Great defensive play.
And that's really huge here. It will probably go to review it just to make sure this fumble and who has the ball, but that's a huge defensive stop right there. FAU came down and scored very fast. UCF came down. Looked like they were about to score right there. They came down hard. They came down quick. And FAU getting this ball back is a huge momentum swing. This crowd's going to be going crazy.
Yeah, Nick, this is easily the biggest crowd I've ever seen here at FAU Football Stadium Field, Howard Schnellenberger Field. We're seeing here on the replay, can't quite see whether it was a fumble or not. And the referees haven't indicated that they're going to review it. So while we take a TV timeout, it is 9 minutes, 36 seconds left to go on the clock. FAU will be taking the ball over on their own 14-yard line after a Johnny Richardson fumble. Thank you all for tuning in to FAU Owl Radio and JK Productions. We will be right back. I didn't see that at all.
No.
Owls are averaging 41 points per game through 3 games. They hold the edge with controlling the ball 31 minutes, 31 seconds each game, and are converting more than 56% of their third downs, which ranks 12th nationally. Speaking of nationally, FAU ranks atop the nation standing in first downs with a total of 82 in 2022. The Cozy Perry giving to LeJontay Wester did not work. LeJontay hit in the backfield, loss of 6, all the way back to the 9-yard line. That play was blown up quickly.
And honestly, overall, if that didn't get blown up right there, he actually had a lot of room to run on that left side of the field. And there was good blocking by the receivers, but just absolutely a great read by the linebacker there, making a great play.
Yeah, Nick, we've seen a lot of good blocking over these first few games from our wide receiving core. And they're trying to get the ball in space. That's absolutely impeccable to get the blocking like that. Nkosi under center now. McCammon in the backfield behind him. Nkosi hand the ball up the middle goes Larry McCammon. Breaks the first tackle, getting all the way down to the original line of scrimmage, all the way down to the 14-yard line, 3rd and 10. Very excited to see Johnny Ford potentially get back in this game. Last year's leading rusher with nearly 900 yards on the ground was huge for this FAU offense last year. We see him with his helmet on the sideline. I'm sure he's itching to get into this game, having not played in the first 3 games. 3rd and 10 now. Nkosi with Larry McCammon alongside him. Jamal Edbrun on the right with LeJontay Wester over to his left. Nkosi fakes the handoff. Outside pressure by UCF. Passing it deep down the sideline. And 2 flags fly. Looking to be defensive pass interference on number 7, Devontae Brown. FAU will be getting a fresh set of downs.
And that's just a bad penalty on that UCF corner right there. That throw was nowhere near where it should have been going. That receiver had no chance of catching that ball. Just a dumb penalty right there. So we give FAU the ball back.
So we actually have another penalty flag thrown on the far side of the field around the line of scrimmage. So I do have a feeling this might be offsetting penalties. Waiting for the referee's announcement. So FAU is going to get hit with an illegal formation. UCF hit with a defensive pass interference. These fouls will offset and we'll have a 3rd down. So we're going to be very fortunate to get a fresh set of downs there. Not the best throw by Nkosi there on the one-on-one coverage on the sideline. And if we had picked up that 1st down, we would have seen Johnny Ford check back into the game. Now walking back to the sidelines, we have 3rd and 10 back at the FAU 14-yard line. We have Jaquan Byrne on the left side of the formation. Alongside him is Jay Sean Platt on the right side. We have Jamal Edbrun, LeJontay Wester. Larry McCammon also joining on the left for trips left. Nkosi in the shotgun by himself. Looking to the right. Scrambling to his left. Has absolutely nothing. And Nkosi just chucks it away. Great coverage there by the UCF Knights. Great blocking up front from the FAU Owls offensive line. However, Nkosi smartly chucking it away, and the punt team will come on.
This is where FAU is going to really have to pick their game up there. A great first drive, great job scoring, but it's the key of can they hold this for the whole game? UCF's a very good football team, and they're going to put up points, and FAU is going to need to match their points and try and play really good defense to limit the amount of points they put up.
Absolutely, Nick. The UCF Knights defense did a great job there after the turnover by Johnny Richardson. Punting away is Riley Thompson, kicking it deep. Jamal Baker takes it at his own 43-yard line, makes one man miss, and gets just across the midfield line, getting to about the 49-yard line where they'll take back over, and John Riz Plumley will come back out for the Knights' 2nd possession of the game. We have 7 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in this first quarter. FAU still maintains a 7-0 lead. Thank you all for tuning in to FAU Hour Radio. Jacob Kelly and Nick Tarak. We will be right back. And we are back. FAU leading UCF Knights. 7 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. John Plumlee back on the field for the UCF Knights. UCF fell last week 20-14. Went into the half with a 14-7 lead, and Plumlee snaps the ball, hands up the middle to Isaiah Bowser. Bowser able to get to the left-hand side, and great tackle there. That would be number 31, Dwight Toombs, the redshirt sophomore safety, able to get the tackle there. Last week, Isaiah Bowser was able to get in the end zone and was actually able to get in the end zone twice to give the Knights a 14-7 lead going into the half. However, ultimately squandering that lead, falling 20-14 against the Louisville Cardinals. Plumlee shotgun formation. Bowser alongside him. Bootleg here. Bowser gives it back to him on the sideline, hits him. That'd be number 4, Ryan O'Keefe, able to get beyond the marker there, pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line there. A little trickery there, beginning of the drive with the flea flicker. Initially hand the ball off to Isaiah Bowser. Bowser flicks it back to Plumlee and able to pass it to the outside to Ryan O'Keefe there, pick up the first down for the Knights. Plumlee shotgun formation, motioning is Isaiah Bowser back into the backfield. Handing off to him up the middle for about 3 yards there on the play.
Really, UCF's been kind of the opposite of FAU. UCF's really been utilizing the outside of the field, really throwing things outside, running the ball outside, compared to FAU kind of using the up the middle of the field more.
Bowser still in the ball game alongside Riz Plumlee. 2 receivers either side. Plumlee takes the snap, drops back, looks deep down to the left, and hits his man Bowser. Actually, Bowser ends up dropping it. Heard the footsteps there. Little swat at the end of the play. No flags thrown. Jameel McRae there took a shot to the face. Refs deemed it wasn't too serious of contact, but we have a 3rd and 7 here. 6 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Riz Plumlee takes the snap, looks to his right, and has a man open. It's right, and he drops it. A wide open touchdown for Ryan O'Keefe was not to be. Drops it. O'Keefe, that would have been his first touchdown on the season. Now it looks like the Knights are actually going to be going for it, keeping the offense on the field here. Referee holding the play up, allowing the players to swap out for the Owls. 4th and 7 here. Big opportunity FAU defense to get a stop. Bowser alongside Plumlee in the backfield. Takes the snap. Offensive lineman refusing the block. However, able to get the pass out is Plumlee, able to hit O'Keefe on the sideline there. First down, Knights. There was a little bit of movement on the FAU defensive front, and the Knights must have thought that it would have been an offsides penalty. No flags were thrown. However, Plumlee was able to roll to his right, able to hit O'Keefe on the sideline for a first down. Knights down to the FAU 23-yard line. Taking the shotgun snap is Plumlee, passing it to his left and picking up a first down and getting all the way down to the FAU 8-yard line. That is number 3, Xavier Townsend, able to get his first catch of the game. The freshman out of Tampa, Florida, picking up the first down. UCF continuing to go quick here. Plumlee faking the handoff up the middle, rolling out, has a block, and strolls into the end zone for a UCF touchdown. Great blocking there by the tight end, number 82, Alec Holler, able to seal the outside. There's nobody even close to him. UCF able to get in the end zone here, and with the extra point attempt, looks to tie the game 7 apiece.
That's a great job by UCF, really bouncing back. Obviously had that wide open touchdown to O'Keefe, but couldn't complete that pass, and then coming back down, getting that 4th down conversion, putting in the touchdown and tie this game, or within 1 after this kick here.
And the kick is up and good. That's number 36, Andrew Osteen there with the extra point. UCF Knights tie the game up with 5 minutes and 12 seconds left to go here at FAU Football Stadium, Howard Schnellenberger Field. Thank you all for tuning in to FAU Owl Radio. We will take a break. We will be right back. Welcome back to FAU Owl Football Stadium. The Knights just tied the game up on a John Riz rushing touchdown there, left side of the field. It's tied the game at 7, 5 minutes, 12 seconds left to go. FAU will be taking back over the ball here. The kick is up and away. And Jay-Sean Platt hesitates, elects to take it out of the end zone, and ultimately the wrong decision there, only be able to get out to the 12-yard line where the Owls will set up shop. UCF and Florida Atlantic have met 3 times in the history of the programs, with the Knights winning each matchup, 2 which were in Orlando, 1 being down here in Boca Raton, that being September 7th, 2019. That also being the last time these 2 teams have met up, and that was a 48-14 win for UCF, headlined by 312 rushing yards and 262 yards passing. UCF is averaging 45.7 points per game in the series, while FAU has only been able to score 26.3. Cozy Perry, shotgun formation. LeJohntay in motion from the right to left, handing up the middle to Zabir Mobley, and is stopped there for about a 1-yard gain there on first down, bringing up a 2nd and 9.
I swear FAU is really going to have to now make an adjustment. That first drive, they came off fast, they came out hard, and then second drive, they didn't really have anything. UCF made an adjustment. Now, FAU's going to have to make another adjustment back.
Great news for FAU as Johnny Ford checks into the game for the first time all season long alongside Nkosi Perry to his right. And Nkosi hands it off to him. Should have kept the ball. Johnny Ford able to not pick up anything on the play. Nkosi had a lot of space there, but if I had to guess, I think he predetermined to give the ball to Johnny just to get him involved there. No gain on the play, bringing up a 3rd and 9. Checking back in the game for the Owls is Larry McCammon as Johnny Ford checks out, as well as Tony Johnson checking out of the game. Jamal Edrine, right-hand side of the field. To the left is Jaquan Burton, LeJohntay Wexter, Austin Evans. To the left of Nkosi Perry's Larry McCammon. Shotgun pass, looking deep down the right side of the field. Jamal Edrine comes down with the catch. Great contortion catch there by Jamal Edrine, deep downfield, bringing it all the way down to the FAU 47-yard line.
And that's just a phenomenal play right there. A nice toss to the outside, back shoulder catch, perfectly thrown and perfectly caught there on the sideline.
Big first down there, bringing the FAU Owls close to the 50-yard line. Snapping the ball is Nkosi Perry, handing it up the middle to Larry McCammon for about 4 yards there on the play. Absolutely beautiful dime there by Nkosi Perry. Deep down the right side of the field on the numbers, able to hit Jamal Edrine only where he could catch the ball, dropping it in a basket. Beautiful ball there, bringing up the first down. Now we have a 2nd and 6, 3 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in this first quarter. FAU on their own 46-yard line, 2 receivers either side of Nkosi Perry. Larry McCammon comes in motion to the right side, and looking to the right side is Nkosi Perry, able to hit Johnny Ford there with Johnny Ford's first catch on the season, bringing the ball into UCF territory, getting the ball down to the 40-yard line. First down, Owls.
And those are the electric plays that FAU is really going to need to push them past this UCF defense.
Staying in the ball game is both Ford and McCammon alongside Nkosi Perry. And Nkosi fakes the handoff and is looking deep and overthrows Johnny Ford. The better option there probably would have been LeJohntay Wexter. LeJohntay lined up in the slot, had his man one-on-one coming across the field. If he hits him in stride, maybe a touchdown. Realistically, probably would have get to the 15-yard line. However, 2nd down here for the Owls.
You can see how comfortable Nkosi Perry really feels with Johnny Ford here. Has already handed him the ball once and targeted him twice with passes. He really feels comfortable with his number 1 running back there.
Yeah, great addition getting Johnny Ford back for this team. 2 running backs in the backfield along Nkosi on either side. Nkosi handing the ball up, and up the middle goes Zabir Mobley, getting outside, getting it down all the way to the UCF 23-yard line, picking up another huge first down.
It's that FAU spread. They got 3 running backs, so you could almost interchange within each other, and it seems like it's unchanged whoever comes in. It seems like every single running back can do the same exact thing and do it just as good as the other one.
And it appears we have a UCF Knights player down the field. That looks like it is number 31, Brandon Adams, the 6'3 sophomore out of Atlanta, Georgia. Team rallying around him as the medical staff tends to him. As they do so, we will take a break. The UCF Knights and the FAU Owls are tied at 7 with 2 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Thank you all for tuning in. Actually, just kidding. The medical staff able to get him off the field quickly enough that we won't even be able to take a commercial break, so you're stuck with us. Coming back on the field is Ncaaf Perry, Zabir Mobley, who had that huge gain there on the last play. Love to see Zabir Mobley there getting action. We're going to see at least 4 more years of Zabir Mobley, as he is a redshirt freshman. He was on the team last year, didn't really get any playing time at all, and has been absolutely amazing for the Owls, including a 140-yard performance last week against the Southeastern Louisiana Lions. Nkosi snapped the ball, handing it to him again, and shoving his way up the middle down to the UCF 18-yard line again is Zabir Mobley. Bringing up 2nd and 4 here with 1 minute and 50 left to go in this quarter. Jamal Edrine, left side of Ncaaf Perry. Down closest to us is Jaquan Burton and LaJonte Wester. Zabir Mobley staying in the game. Austin Evans on the right side of the line. Shotgun formation. Nkosi takes the snap, handing off again to Zabir Mobley. Not really much there, picking up 2 yards on the play.
And this FAU offense has really shown out the running right off the gate here. Already just about over 100 rush yards as a team so far, which is really a testament to see how good this run game is. And it's been most of it just right up the middle.
Austin Evans and Zabir Mobley checking out. Johnny Ford checking back in the game, as well as Tony Johnson. 3 receivers right. Johnny Ford in motion coming in the backfield alongside Ncaaf Perry to his left. Nkosi takes the shotgun snap, looks over to his right, pump fakes it, tosses Jaquan Burton, picking up the first down within the 10-yard line. First down, Owls. Jaquan Burton getting his first catch on the day. Jaquan on the season so far. Before that catch, 7 catches, 151 yards, and has gotten in the end zone twice. The Owls going quick here. Johnny Ford staying in the game. We have trips to the left. Jamal Edrine by himself to the right. Hand the ball is Johnny Ford. And great tackle there, but some laundry is thrown. The flags are out. That is number 47, K.D. McDaniel there, who's been flagged with an apparent horse collar tackle.
You can see that was clear as day. Both referees, both of them right on the sideline, threw that flag so fast. They both do it at the same time. It was one of the more obvious calls. You can see FAU will get a great chance here to put the ball in the end zone.
Yes, Nick. Fresh set of downs here with 31 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Absolutely love seeing Johnny Ford back in action. We've missed him these last few weeks. He was dominating last year for our FAU Owls. Having him back is huge for this offense, which already has had a monstrous rushing attack through 3 games in the season. Staying in the game is Johnny Ford. Heavy formation. Pitching the ball to LaJonte Wester. Getting to the outside. Beats his man. Touchdown! With 9 seconds left to get in the first quarter. LaJonte Wester taking the pitch, able to get into the end zone. FAU takes a 13-7 lead here in the first quarter.
There's try number 2 on that play. They tried that same exact play earlier, and that play got absolutely blown up. They tried number 2, and they get it in for a touchdown.
The FAU offense has really been free-flowing. The UCF Knights have not been able to stop this fast-paced offense. On their 3 drives so far, 2 of them have been into the end zone. Now Morgan Suarez out to attempt the extra point. The kick is up. The kick is good. FAU Owls with a LaJonte Wester pitch and run take the lead here over the UCF Knights, 14-7. As the clock trickles down here in the first quarter here in Boca Raton, Florida, FAU Owl Football Stadium, Howard Schnellenberger Field. Great start here by the Owls. We know we're going against a superior competition here with UCF, having never been able to beat them. This crowd has shown up and expecting a win. The team expects a win and have been doing so far. Jacob Kelly here and Nick Turok on the call. Thank you all for listening in to FAU Hour Radio. We will take a break with the 2 teams. We'll be right back. And with a quick break, we are back here. Number 36, Carter Davis out to kick it off for FAU. Deep to return for the UCF Knights is number 3, Jakari Henderson. And the kick is off and through the back of the end zone. So the Knights will be taking the ball here. Likely just one play, as the clock is at 8 seconds left to go in this first quarter. So probably just one play, and we'll be taking it to break. The FAU Owls leading 14-7 over the UCF Knights. Following their first 2 games of the season this year, UCF ranks 7th nationally in team passing efficiency defense and 10th nationally in passing yards allowed with 125.5 per game. However, the Owls able to get in the end zone twice through the air. Hope to see that for Ncaaf Perry and this offense. Taking over the 25-yard line is UCF and handing the ball up the middle. Nothing there. Losing probably a yard on the play. That was Johnny Richardson, who earlier in this first quarter fumbled it. And that concludes the first quarter. The FAU Owls lead the UCF Knights here at FAU Owl Football Stadium, 14-7. Thank you all for tuning in to JK Productions. Thank you all for tuning in to FAU Owl Radio. We will be taking a break, and we will see you on the other side of the break. Gus Malzahn likes feet, apparently.
I know why, Brody's.
Bro, Tarantino's using the camera.
Huh?
Tarantino's using the camera.
All right. Hi, Andrew. It's the eye of the tiger. Is there something or something? All right. Second down and 11. The second quarter has just begun. Riz Plumlee, shotgun formation. The FAU Owls lead the UCF Knights 14-7. Two great possessions by the Owls, getting the end zone. Plumlee snapped the ball, looks to his right, able to make a blitzer miss, getting to the 30 and out of bounds of 31-yard line. That was Romaine Mungan there that missed the tackle. Would have had him in the backfield for a loss of 4 or 5. However, able to scramble and get to the outside is Riz Plumlee. Third down still, though, for the FAU Owl defense. John Riz Plumlee, that's what he does. He can move with his feet. Last second seeing the rusher come at him, able to make a miss. Now running it up the middle is John Riz Plumlee, and is getting through to the 45-yard line, putting his shoulder down, getting down to the UCF 49-yard line. First down, Knights.
And this is what we were saying in those keys to the game. You got to keep this quarterback in the pocket. You can't let him really get on his feet moving.
And quick snapping it, looking to the outside is Riz Plumlee. And looked like a forward pass there. Jumping on the ball is number 16, Damon Hell. It looked like a forward pass there, so incomplete pass. Second down for the Knights. John Riz Plumlee really is the main man for this offense so far on the season. Not just this game, but 439 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. He has been sacked 6 times, so FAU's got to get pressure on him. But when they do, pay attention to the wheels he has. Try to set the edge as he has 183 rushing yards coming into this game. Second down and 10 on the Knights' 49-yard line. In the backfield alongside him is Washington. Able to toss it outside and pick about 5 or so on the play. Bring it into FAU territory. There on the catch is Jamal Baker. Third down. 1 minute has come off the clock here in the second quarter. The crowd is on its feet for a huge third down. Riz Plumlee takes the shotgun snap, looks deep down the field, has a man, and he drops it. The second drop pass on the day by Ryan O'Keefe there would have most certainly picked up a first down. After dropping a touchdown earlier in the game, dropping a first down here. But it looks like the Knights are going to go for it again. Gus Malzahn is looking to take some chances here as they are losing here by a score. So John Riz Plumlee, shotgun formation alongside Isaiah Bowser, 2 wide receivers either side on the FAU 46-yard line, 13:47 left to go in the second quarter. Plumlee looking to the sideline. 2 receivers either side. Plumlee taking it, looking to his left. Hit pressure up the middle, and great catch there. Contested pass caught by Javon Baker there. Coverage by Smoke Mungane. First down Knights.
That's great composure there by the Knights, really picking up that fourth down. Another one.
2 for 2 on fourth down. Handing it up the middle is John Riz Plumlee. That time to Isaiah Bowser, picking up nothing on the play.
This is where FAU is really going to have to become that good team where they can really stop these fourth down plays. That's what's killing them right now. They've scored every time they've converted on fourth down. Last time they converted, then scored. So let's see what they can do here.
UCF with the ball on the FAU 29-yard line, 2nd and 10, 13 minutes left to go in this second quarter. Plumlee looks to his right, looks down the field, looks back to his right, hits his man. That'd be Richardson. Trying to get to the outside, picking up 6 yards on the play into field goal territory for their kicker down to the FAU 24-yard line. Third down. The Knights have been taking a lot of chances here. Haven't seen a lot down the field. That was really the longest attempt on that fourth down conversion. John Riz Plumlee, shotgun formation, 2 receivers to his right. 3 to his left. Isaiah Bowser comes alongside in the backfield. Plumlee not able to hit his wide receiver there. A lot of contact on the play. No penalty thrown. Very interesting there. So FAU may have gone away with it. Smoke Mungane there on the coverage. Had his hands all over the receiver, but we'll take it here. So on to kick for the UCF Knights is their kicker, Daniel Obarski, 6'2" senior here, out to attempt the 46-yard field goal. 12 minutes, 15 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. The snap is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. UCF able to get on the board with 3 points, narrowing the margin to 14-10 here. Senior kicker there with good composure, able to get some more points on the board. And we will be taking a timeout here. Thank you all for tuning in to FAU Owl Radio. The FAU Owls maintain a 4-point lead here now, 14-10 over the UCF Knights. Thank you all for tuning in. We will be right back. And we are back here at the UL Football Stadium. The Owls have a 4-point lead, 14-10 over the UCF Knights. Deep for the Owls is number 15, Jay-Sean Platt. Kicking it away for the UCF Knights is number 45, Riker Casey. And the kick is up and away. Jay-Sean Platt, this time smartly not taking out of the end zone. The Owls set up at the 25-yard line. Through the first quarter, the Owls had a 7-point lead over the Knights. Larry McCammon leading the way on the ground with 63 yards. However, Zabir Mobley only 5 carries, picking up 40 yards and also the touchdown. Kozi Perry is 6 of 9, 67 yards and a touchdown. Jamal Edrine is leading the way in the receiving game. 2 catches, 47 yards. LaJonte Wester actually has negative yardage through the air. However, does also have the touchdown. And we also saw Johnny Ford on a wide receiver screen able to get a 14-yard catch. And Jaquan Burton has 1 catch that was good for a first down of 8 yards. Kozi Perry in shotgun formation. In motion is Jaquan Burton taking the toss and then tossing it to LaJonte Wester. And LaJonte, lowering his shoulder, able to pick up the first down to the FAU 35-yard line. So we saw a double reverse there for a big play for FAU. It's the third time that LeJohntay has been used in a reverse. One was a touchdown, one was a first down, and one didn't necessarily work out, but they're going back to him. Wide receiver screen. We saw 4 receivers on the right side of the formation, getting it out to the FAU 38-yard line, picking up 3 there. Second and 7.
I like how FAU is really utilizing the playbook here, really doing some extra plays, using the outside of the field, using the inside of the field, trying to do everything they can to try and put points on the board.
Nkosi, shotgun formation, Larry McCammon alongside him. Hand the ball up the middle to Larry McCammon. Nothing really there. Stop on the play there by UCF's number 52, Keenan Kester, the 6'4 redshirt junior out of St. Petersburg, Florida, bringing up a 3rd and 6 on the play. Larry McCammon staying in the game. Austin Evans checking out as Tony Johnson checks back in. Johnson and Burton on the left side. On the far side, Jamal Edrine and LeJohntay Wester are 2 leading receivers on the season. Nkosi, shotgun formation, takes the snap, looks over the middle, pressure up the middle, and the pass is deflected. The defensive line there able to bust up the middle. Number 33, Tremont Morris-Brash, the senior there, was the one able to get his paws on the ball, bringing up a 4th down, and FAU Owls will be forced to punt after picking up only just 1 first down on this drive.
That's what FAU has to really try and avoid, these kind of quick drives where it's they maybe get 1 first down and punt the ball. They got to try not to give UCF the ball with not a lot of time for that offense, because that offense is still fresh. They just scored that field goal, and now they're going to get the ball right back.
And the punt is away. Very good punt there on the play. And the ball perfectly comes to a dead stop on the 4-yard line. Great punt there. Number 46, Riley Thompson there. And Nick, something that I like to highlight that you just mentioned is FAU love to keep a hold of the ball. Earlier on the broadcast, I mentioned how FAU in the country as a whole, not just regionally, not just in Conference USA, the country as a whole are 12th in the country in 31 minutes, 31 seconds each game controlling the ball. Controlling the time of possession is a difficult task here playing against this UCF team. UCF, so far in this game, has looked to hit some quick hitters, but they will go quick, which is something that we also like to do. So 2 very similar offenses here. UCF will be taking the ball over on the 4-yard line. 10 minutes, 24 seconds left to go in the second quarter. FAU has a 14-10 lead. Jacob Kelly here, Nick Tarok here on FAU Owl Radio and JK Productions. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll take a break and be right back. And we are back. 10 minutes, 24 seconds left to go in the second quarter. FAU maintains a 14-10 lead. John Riz Plumlee takes the quick snap, rolls to his right, hits his man, and falls down at the 9-yard line. Defensive staff for FAU trying to claim that was incomplete. However, completed pass there. Ryan O'Keefe has finally decided to catch a ball after dropping multiple passes. But we do have a FAU defensive player down in the field. Looks like he's in a lot of pain on the 19-yard line. Can't quite make out who that is. But quickly running out to see what's going on is Willie Taggart. The medical staff is out there to tend to him. UCF Knights, the AAC, will be soon moving over to the Big 12. And, of course, we know that our FAU Owls will also be moving up, really taking their place in the AAC in, I think it is 2 seasons. Head coach Gus Malzahn is in his second year with the program, previously coaching the University of Auburn. He is in his second season here at UCF. So far, through 2 seasons, he is 10-5. His coaching career is 87-43 overall. Last year's season ended with them beating the University of Florida in a bowl game. As the defense is out here, we will look at the defensive side of the ball, and one name on the defense stands out, that being Williams. The unrelated duo of Eddie Williams and Jaden Williams have been dominating for FAU as they lead the team in tackles. Eddie has a total of 27 on the season for an average of 9 a game. His high single-season game for tackles this season was 16 at Ohio. Jaden recorded a career high in that game as well, with 12 and holds 19 on the year. The duo accounts for 6 tackles for a loss and for 6 of the team's 9 sacks. Riz Plumlee hands the ball off to Richardson. Richardson takes it, tries to get to the outside, takes it about to his own 13-yard line, bringing up a 3rd and short, 3rd and 2 here on the play for the Knights on their own 12-yard line. Plumlee by himself in shotgun formation, takes the snap, looks down the middle of the field, has a man wide open, and hits him. 50, 40, 30, doesn't have the legs to get all the way to the end zone. That is number 82, Alec Holler, the redshirt sophomore tight end. Absolutely wide open. Nobody even near him there. Able to bust free of the coverage, bring it all the way down to the FAU 24-yard line. FAU has not been able to get off the field this game. We've seen 2 fourth-down conversions by the Knights. And on a 3rd and short deep in their own territory, the Knights able to quickly flip the field position here. Plumlee trying to hand the ball off, is able to get it, and the defense can't locate the man. That'd be number 4, Ryan O'Keefe. The ball was kind of fumbled a bit there on the handoff. However, able to take the ball down all the way to the Owls' 7-yard line.
That's been FAU's problem right now, and what UCF has done very well, being able to convert on these 4th downs and capitalize on these and get points.
Plumlee takes the snap, hands the ball up the middle for a very short gain. That was to Isaiah Bowser. 2-yard gain on the play, bringing up 2nd and goal on the 5-yard line. 8.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
And that's really going to be the difference in this game when we look back at it. Depending on how this game turns out, these 4th downs, these long 3rd downs, like a play like that is going to really shape how this game ends.
Absolutely, Nick. Isaiah is in the backfield alongside Plumlee, faking the handoff and rushing for it is Plumlee. Hurdles the defenders, able to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights. Really athletic play there, able to get in the end zone for the 2nd time this game. John Riz Plumlee with his 3rd rushing touchdown on the season, giving UCF their first lead of the game.
See, as a coach there, you really don't like that decision from Plumlee there. Diving over defenders like that, hurdling, doing a flip in midair. Love the heart to see it, but you really don't want your quarterback doing a play like that.
And the extra point is missed, so UCF not able to extend the lead to 3 points. Only a 2-point lead here. John Riz Plumley showing his athleticism. He's come into this season into this game with 183 yards on the ground. And so far through the game is the team's leading rusher. Johnny Richardson, Isaiah Bowser not able to get much going. So John Riz Plumley has been everything for these UCF Knights, giving them the lead here, 16-14, 8 minutes, 3 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Thank you all for tuning in to FAU Owl Radio. We will be right back. Nkosi Perry in shotgun formation, 2 receivers either side of him. Austin Evans in motion, tucks closer to the line. Fakes the handoff, looking down the sideline to Jamal Edrine. Incomplete pass there. Great coverage on the play by UCF's number 31, Brandon Adams, who previously in the game went down with injury. So good to see him back there on the field. 2nd and 10, 7 minutes, 58 seconds left to go in this second quarter. The Knights have rushed for 200 or more yards in both games this season and rank 9th nationally and 1st in the conference with 252 rushing yards per game. Nkosi hand the ball up the middle, gets free of the line, and is tackled all the way down at the 49-yard line. That would be Larry McCammon there, able to bust through the big game on the ground. Going quickly is Nkosi Perry. Hand the ball up the middle again. This time the UCF defensive line able to swarm a lot better than they did the last play. Getting the ball to midfield here, 2nd and 9 coming up.
Number 27.
That's another electric play by FAU, and that's really what they're going to have to keep doing here. Getting those big yardage plays to really push them ahead, get them in better field position so they can get these little plays of gaining 5 yards. But they're going to need those 20, 30-yard plays to really excel them past this team.
Yeah, Nick, that's what we've seen a lot of this season. We've seen a lot of big plays. Last week, LaJohntay Wester's touchdown was a 42-yard pass. Ncaaf Perry handing off to Zamir Mobley, able to get the right side. Jamal Edrine with a great block. It looks like Mobley just ran out short of the first down marker. Could have tried to make a move, get around Edrine and his man. However, 3rd and 1 here. The Owls now on the Knights side of the field on the 41-yard line. 6 minutes, 45 seconds left to go here in the first half. Zamir Mobley staying in the game. Trips right receivers. 1 receiver to the left. Zamir Mobley still in the backfield alongside Ncaaf Perry. Handing it off is Ncaaf Perry. Breaking 1 tackle. Getting free. 25-yard line. Looked like a horse collar tackle there. Nothing called in the play, but Zamir Mobley keeping the wheels going yet again, getting down to the 31-yard line of UCF. First down, Owls.
That's what these running backs have been so good at that whole game, finding these holes in that O-line that they're giving them.
Zamir staying in the game, getting the handoff again. Great outside block by the FAU offensive line. First down for the Owls, getting all the way down to the 15-yard line of Zamir Mobley. The offensive line has been absolutely killing it, which is a stark, drastic change from what we saw last year coming into the first game against Charlotte. Something we noted on was the offensive line play last year was not that good, and we have yet to see Ncaaf Perry sacked in this game. It was clean for most of last game, and like you said, Nick, the rushing attack has been fantastic, and these big plays when they're driving FAU down the field in a quick style, really. The drive has only been going on for about 40 seconds or so, going from the FAU 25 all the way down to the red zone now is FAU, and you just got to love to see it as an FAU fan. Now, Gus Malzahn and the UCF coaching staff would like to take their first timeout here. Be a 30-second timeout as the team's huddled to the side. Malzahn seeing that his team is continually giving up these large runs. So calling the troops over, trying to get some things worked out. And the FAU offense will come back on the field down all the way to the Knights' 16-yard line in a matter of a handful of plays.
This is great field position right here. Only being down 2 points with 5 minutes and 53 seconds here. Really should be taking the lead unless a travesty were to happen. Looking for either a touchdown or a field goal just to take this lead.
A lead here as the half trickles down, and I would like to note the Knights will be getting the ball on the other side of the second half, so getting the lead here will be big for FAU. 2 running backs in the game. Nkosi handing off to Johnny Ford and fumbles it, and it looks to be pounced upon by a Knights defensive lineman, and that is the case. So, Nick, a little bit of a commentator's curse there, talking about the worst-case scenario, and we did see the worst-case scenario. Nkosi Perry fumbles the handoff. Knights defensive player falls on it and will be taken over on their own 17-yard line. Thanks, Nick.
Well, there it is, though. There's the mistakes. That just can't happen. This is a big game, and those little mistakes like that, like a fumble, giving up 4th downs, these are things that can't happen if you're looking to beat a team like UCF. Doesn't have to have perfection, you don't have to be the best team in the world, but little mistakes like that, holding on to the ball, are things that you need to do to win.
Nicosi's been having a really game there, so you hate to see that for him, fumbling the handoff. Plumlee comes back in the game, hands the ball up the middle. That, again, going to their running back, Isaiah Bowser, who really hasn't seen anything explosive in the rushing game so far there. So good tackle there by the FAU defensive line. Short gain there of 2 yards. For a 2nd and 8 on the 19-yard line. Plumlee staying in the ball game. And fakes the handoff. Has a man wide open deep down the middle, and he does not see him. And Just an absolute bonehead play there by an FAU defender. Plumlee gave himself up and slid there. But with a late hit, the Knights will be getting a free first down here. Waiting for the ref's call to see who that will be on.
Yeah, and I mean, that's an easy call right there. He did give himself up. He was sliding right there and just came in with a late hit for really no reason there.
And even bigger than that, the refs have called targeting. The ref didn't turn his mic on, so not quite sure who that was on. Was not able to see who got the tackle. But we will be going under review here. It appears as number 14, Jaleel McCray, who is going under spotlight here to see if there was targeting, in fact, on the play, which will be a 15-yard penalty and an immediate ejection. So it would be a double whammy there for the FAU defender.
So I think that's really a positive to Plumlee's game there, is really not giving himself up often. You can see that's the first time he's actually slid, but he scrambled about 9-10 times more in this game. And every single time he tries to maybe avoid a tackle, get some extra yards, try and break tackles. So really, that FAU defender is thinking, this guy's not going to go down and slide. He's going to try and get past me, get that first down. So it really did hurt him like that.
Yeah, as the Knights' main weapon, defense is on their toes, and you're looking to make a play out there. You're trying to find something. However, a little overzealous there by McCree. We'd like to point out that there was a missed opportunity there for the Knights. John Riz Plumlee, of course, elected to scramble there. However, had a man wide open running down the middle of the field that if they connected would have likely been another Knights touchdown there. So while danger may have been averted in the quick score, not quite sure danger will be averted with this review. As the referees are still under review, and actually as I say that, the ref takes off the headphones. Head referee Kevin Randall will be coming out here with the call. And still not able to hear the ref, but just based off of his motions, it looks like the play has been confirmed. So that will be the end of Jaleel McCray's night. The 6'2", 230-pound outside linebacker, the freshman out of New Smyrna Beach, Florida, has played his last down here tonight. You feel really bad for the kid because this is the biggest atmosphere he's played in probably his entire life. Looking around this stadium, it is packed. And the UCF fans have traveled well. Quite a few decent sections worth of UCF Knight fans. But McCray, his biggest game of his career, will be leaving here with 5 minutes and 2 seconds left in this second quarter. John Riz Plumlee in shotgun formation. Johnny Richardson alongside him in the backfield. And handing up the middle to him is Richardson. Richardson breaking a tackle, able to get outside. And he has a lane all the way to the end zone. 20, 15, 10, all the way down to the 10-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle there by number 30, Armani Eli Adams there. FAU had Richardson contained at the line of scrimmage, however, able to bounce to the outside and pick up a large gain there all the way down to the 10-yard line for UCF. Plumlee going quick, snapping the ball, tossing it to Richardson, getting to the outside, picking up 4 yards on the play. The second and goal, 5 yards on the play. Second and goal from the 5-yard line. 4 minutes, 25 seconds left to go in this second quarter. Checking back in the game is Bowser. Isaiah Spiller and Isaiah Bowser confused there for a second. Plumlee, shotgun formation. Bowser. Now he goes under center. Bowser behind him. Fumbling the snap. And it looks like UCF able to get back on top of the ball. A bunch of FAU defenders pointing in the direction. And it's FAU football. Fumbling the snap there was John Riz Plumlee, something we saw on the previous drive from FAU. not able to jump on the ball. Referees pointing in the direction of FAU. So we saw crisis on one end for FAU, equal crisis on the other end for UCF. FAU will be taking over the football. 3 minutes, 53 seconds left to go in the second quarter here on their own 5-yard line.
And that is such a big play now, still only being down 2 points. But the biggest thing here now is 3 minutes and 53 seconds. FAU is really going to have to try and get down here and take this lead before going into the half. As we know, UCF will be getting the ball right back over after the half is over.
And that would be the man with a beautiful name because it shares it with me. Jacob Merrifield, able to pounce on the ball. The big boy there, very aware, picking the ball up off the ground. FAU will be deep in their own territory. However, the Knights not able to put more points on the board. Still having the lead, 16-14. FAU has all 3 of their timeouts here as Willie Taggart, Cozy Perry will look to lead this team down the field to put some points on the board here before the end of the half.
And just mistakes there that can't happen on both sides of the end for both quarterbacks, with Cozy Perry and John Plumley. They're both fumbles on plays that shouldn't be fumbling on. They didn't really look like bad snaps there. It was just they got a little lost. I think they got a little heat of the moment. They were getting both very close to the end zone, looking to get a touchdown.
Plumley's really got to kick himself, being his only second turnover on the season. And with UCF looking to go 4-0 against FAU as they look to give FAU their place in the AAC. Plays like that are not going to help them out, but we will take it. As we saw Cozy Perry put it on the floor, the UCF saw their quarterback put it on the floor, so that really cancels out here. FAU will be getting the ball down 2 here very quickly. Having started the program in 1979 and having only been playing at FBS level since 1996, UCF became the second youngest program by 35 years to win a New Year's 6 BCS bowl game when the Knights defeated Baylor back in 2014 in the Fiesta Bowl. UCF is one of just 17 programs to appear in 3 New Year's 6/BCS bowl games since 2013, and one of only 13 to have won 2 such games in that span. Surrounded by leaders, the Haggerty family head coach Willie Taggart is not the only leader within FAU football. He is one of many leaders, and that is one of many reasons Taggart will say he is coaching in paradise. One such leader is Frederico Mirandez. Mirandez serves as president of FAU's Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Mirandez was the starting right guard in 2020, so many of you will recognize that name. He has seen his time at center. He comes by his leadership skills, honestly. Following the Hurricane Maria, Federico's mother stayed in Puerto Rico to help and oversee cleanup and restoration efforts, while Frederico and his father moved to Miami so that he can complete high school. He was also able to better his football skills at Columbus High School, which is coached by Dave Dunn, who also once served on this FAU team as a running backs coach. Cozy Perry setting up in shotgun formation on his own 5-yard line, taking the snap, looking deep downfield, one-on-one coverage, and just overthrows him. However, a penalty flag is tossed on the play. That was a pass targeting Jaquan Burton, who hasn't seen a lot of action so far in this game. And the penalty there will be going against UCF. Last week, Jaquan Burton didn't see any action at all, not catching a single pass, was able to catch a pass earlier on in this game. And the call there is pass interference on number 14, that being the defensive back, Corey Thornton, the 6'1 junior out of Miami. So a local kid here for UCF, picking up the penalty there, giving FAU a lot more space, moving down to the 20-yard line. Cozy Perry, shotgun formation. Larry McCammon alongside him. He has trips right with Jamal Edrine, LeJontay Wester, and Jaquan Burton. Sorry, that's actually Johnny Ford, who takes the handoff, tries to run right, not any room there, runs back to his left, and does a lot of work to pick up 2 yards there on the game for Johnny Ford. The tackle there was by Jason Johnson, the 6'2 linebacker out of Madison, Illinois. stay in the game is Johnny Ford, as well as the same 3 wide receivers. Jamal Edrine has moved to the right side. Jaquan Burton, LeJontay Wester, both on the left side, as well as Austin Evans tucked on the left side of the offensive line. Nkosi hand the ball to Johnny Ford and blowing the play up there. Great play by number 33, the defensive end, Draymond Morris Rash there on the tackle. So a 3rd and long here for FAU on their own 19-yard line.
This is where FAU really needs to flip themselves around compared to how UCF's been doing. They've converted a lot of third downs, and FAU has not converted that many. And the Knights actually have been very good defending third downs this year.
Nkosi carry, shotgun formation, all by himself in the backfield. 3 to his left, 2 to his right. Takes the snap, pressure up the middle by UCF. Hits his man over the middle of the field. However, falling on the play is LeJontay Wester. Taking the pass and completing it. And now looks like we have a timeout from UCF as they look to preserve the clock. And we'll get the ball with about 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter as they use their second of 3 timeouts. Good play there under pressure by Nkosi Perry. However, it was not enough for the first down as he rocketed in to LeJontay Wester, who's again having himself a very big game, already getting in the end zone and picking up, I believe, his 5th catch there on the game. FAU here with their 3rd home game on the season, and then will be on the road for 3 of their next 4 games, starting with the University of Purdue, Big Ten opponent, going on the road September 24th. Then on the road, switching time zones, going over to Texas to play North Texas. They will be back here at home following a bye week, October 15th against University of Rice. And then back on the road, back to Texas, to University of Texas, El Paso. To kick for the Owls is Riley Thompson from his own 28-yard line. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left to go here in the first half. Thompson takes the snap, kicks it deep to the right side. Ball bounces at the 25-yard line, and very, very friendly bounce as it rolls all the way down to the Knights' 16-yard line. The Knights will be taking over with exactly 2 minutes left to go on the clock.
Very good punt today by the FAU punter, Riley Thompson. They've both been very good. That was a deep punt and really been very far and got that lucky bounce to really advance it up to that 16-yard line, which the punt even earlier was placed at the 4-yard line.
Probably coming back in the game for UCF so far, throwing 12 of 18, 169 yards. Leading the way on the ground for them is Richardson with 68 yards, and Holler with that long pass leading the way in the reception game with 64 yards. Johnny Richardson running up the middle there for his 7th carry of the ball game, across the 20-yard line to the 21-yard line. 1 minute, 45 seconds left to go in the half as the Knights look to go quickly to get down the field. Again, the Knights will be getting the ball on the other side of the half here, so very important for the FAU defense to not allow any points. Riz Plumlee takes the snap, rolls to his left, pump fakes the defender, and it trots out of bounds for a 2-yard gain, stopping the clock here with 1:29 left. One thing I would like to know is FAU does have all 3 of their timeouts left here. With the clock stopping now, FAU can stop. If it gets to stop here, it can likely stop the clock with 1:22 or so on the clock. If they get this 3rd down stop, we'll be able to get the ball back. Let's try to put some more points on the board. Plumlee, the man in motion coming across. Alex not handing off to him. And it looks like Plumlee does just pick up the 1st down on the play. Plumlee has been running the ball a lot here, that being his 8th carry for 52 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns as well. 1:18 left to go here in this first half. 2 receivers either side of Plumlee. Richardson in the back alongside him, takes the snap, looking deep, has a man over the middle of the field, and a great play in the middle of the field. Number 30, Armani Eli Adams. We've been saying his name a lot today. Great play there in the middle of the field to disrupt the pass, incomplete pass, 2nd and 10, minute 6 left to go in the first half.
Second down, 10 from the 27.
Checking out of the game is big boy Latrell Jean and number 3, Eddie Williams. Richardson alongside Plumlee, getting the handoff up the middle, runs to the left, and another really good open field tackle here. So interesting decision from the FAU coaching staff that led to call timeout. Nothing so far, and the Knights taking their time a little bit more with a 3rd and long, 50 seconds now left on the clock. The ball on their own 29-yard line. Plumlee taking the snap, faking the handoff, and great pressure up the middle, causing an incomplete pass. The Owls will be taking the ball over here. 39 seconds left to go in the first half. That was 21, Jalen Wester, the freshman outside linebacker out of Palmetto, Florida. Palmetto High School, they're able to get the pressure up the middle. So there is a little time here left on the clock, Nick, that FAU could try to do something, get some points on the board.
Yeah, with a good 39 seconds, the real hope would be a field goal. Honestly, a touchdown would be magical, but a field goal is really all they need to put them ahead going into the second half.
DeJounte Wester back to take the punt on his own 25-yard line. Does not fair catch it, takes it, and nothing really there for him. Takes a seat at the 28-yard line. So FAU does have the 3 timeouts here. 29 seconds left to go in this first half. So very interesting decision here for Willie Taggart. Does he trust his guys, allow him to toss the ball downfield, see what happens? Or does he take it easy, take a knee, and take it into the half, down by 2? And, Nick, we were talking before the game started today that realistically you'd like to keep away 1 or 2 scores going into half. And like you mentioned earlier, don't want to try to jinx again, but unless a crisis happens, going down not 2 scores, but 2 points really isn't what worst for the FAU offense.
And you could possibly see here just maybe 1 or 2 run plays to see if they can get a long run like they've had before and then maybe pass it.
Zabir Mobley in the backfield. He's had quite a few big runs. Nkosi takes the snap, drops back, has LaJohntay open over the middle. LaJohntay able to push his way through down to the 35-yard line. Coach Willie Taggart electing to use his first of 3 timeouts here. So that shows what Taggart thinks about his offense. He trusts them to try to get down the field, not turn the ball over. We've seen him turn the ball over, of course, once so far this game. But Taggart putting faith in his offense, putting faith in his graduate quarterback, his returning stars, LaJohntay Wester, Jaquan Burton, his emerging freshman running back, Zabir Mobley, the experienced running back, Larry McCammon, getting his starting job solidified for the season. So confidence being shown here by Willie Taggart. You love to see it. You have a big opponent here, somebody you've never beat in UCF, and you're not going to beat them by being tentative. You're not going to beat them by taking your foot off the gas pedal. You're going to have to be aggressive here. You're going to have to take some shots and trust your offense. And Willie Taggart is showing that. And you'd love to see it. Offensive coordinator Brent Dearman. Love to see what the 2 of them have here drawn up for the Owls here. 21 seconds left to go in the first half. FAU with the ball on their own 35-yard line, 2nd and 4. Zabir Mobley staying in the ball game alongside Nkosi. Trips to his right, trips to his left, 1 to his right being Jamal Edrine. Nkosi, safe pocket, looking to Jamal Edrine. Ball's thrown out of bounds. Was really thrown in a position that only Edrine can make a play on the ball. Sails the pass there, coming up with a 3rd down and 3. 16 seconds left to go in the half. FAU still has 2 of their timeouts here, so FAU doesn't have to necessarily look towards the sidelines to pick up any yards here. They really have everything in their playbook open, but you do need to still go quickly. 16 seconds left. Zabir Mobley in the backfield alongside Nkosi Perry. Trips to his left. Jamal Edrine to his right. Taking the snap. Hand the ball up the middle to Zabir Mobley. Mobley breaking a few tackles, and we love to see it from Mobley. 10 seconds left on the clock. Taggart taking the 2nd timeout. Nick, we've seen Mobley's wheels just continuing to go all game so far.
Hey, for sure, every time he gets the ball, it seems like there can be he makes some sort of play out of the ball every time the offensive line has really given him a nice hole to push through, and he's broken a tackle or made a guy miss and really found that open space in the field. And we'll have to see what FAU will do here with 10 seconds left. Could look to either get a big pass in here to maybe get them in field goal range, and if they're not able to complete that pass, you never know, maybe chuck it deep for a little Hail Mary. We saw what happened in a big game earlier with Appalachian State throwing a Hail Mary to win the game, so maybe Hail Marys are a little fun today. Maybe they could work.
Not quite for the game, but Nick, we were excited for that, weren't we? App State able to get the win over Troy there. They had College Game there. And 5 of us here in the booth, we're quite excited for that. So hopefully see some similar fireworks here on the FAU offense as there's 10 seconds left to go here in the first half. Anything but a turnover you can really live with as the Cozy Perry comes out. 1 timeout left here now. Realistically, to get Morgan Suarez's range, you'd like to get to around the 30-yard line. That would be 25 yards from this point. Nkosi takes the snap, looks to his left, the pocket closing within him, and is able to run up the middle, gets down across the first down marker. Only 2 seconds left here, so we will see the last play of the half here. Head coach Willie Taggart taking their last timeout. I doubt he pushes the leg of Morgan Suarez here, as Morgan Suarez has never attempted a kick of this magnitude, of this length so far. Morgan Suarez on the season has been a very reliable kicker. 15 and 15 on his extra points, 4-4 on his field goals. So Morgan Suarez has been more than perfect. However, his long on the season is 48 yards. And with the ball on the 44-yard line, you're looking at a 59-yard field goal. I don't think that's realistic. And the entire offense is gathered on the sideline with 2 seconds left to go in this first half. So it is looking like it will be a Hail Mary or something of sorts here to end the half. That's what UCF is playing for. And we see Jamal Edgerine coming out. We see Nkosi Perry coming out. Coming out for the first time in the game is Kelvin Dean Jr., more of a receiving threat. So clear message here. Go for the end zone. As UCF sets up 3 men in prevent deep formation. Nkosi will snap the ball with his feet on the 50-yard line. But before we do so, Gus Malzahn and UCF elects to take their last timeout. With 3 seconds left, so the referees elected to put 1 second back on the clock. Looking around the rest of the college football world, we have an upset on our hands. Washington up 29-8 with about similar time left to go in there. 4 seconds left to go in the second quarter there. Up on the 11th team in the country, Michigan State, 29-8. Florida Gators, another Florida matchup, taking on South Florida in Gainesville, up 24-13, looking to rebound after last week's loss to Kentucky. Ohio State doing what they do best, and that is dominating 49-14 at home against Toledo. Oklahoma State up 49-7 over Arkansas Pine Bluff. Is Arkansas at home currently losing to Missouri State 17-4 in the third quarter. So interesting games to keep your eyes on here as the Nkosi Perry offense comes back here onto the field, trips to his right. The Knights clearly in prevent coverage. Nkosi just has to throw it away there. Good pressure up the middle. That was number 33, Trayvon Morris-Brash, somebody who I've been mentioning a lot here for the UCF Knights. So we have our FAU Owls going into the halftime break against the UCF Knights, trailing 16-14. Thank you all out there listening on FAU Owl Radio. Thank you for all tuning in on my YouTube channel, JK Productions. Jacob Kelly, Nick Tarock dancing alongside me. Thank you all very much for tuning in. We will be back in 20 minutes for the second half. Take a break with us. Tune back in 20 minutes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you all for holding on during that halftime break. The time is 9:36 p.m. here at FAU Football Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida. My name is Jacob Kelly. Alongside me is Nick Tarak. Thank you all for tuning in to FAUOWLRADIO.com. Thank you all for tuning in to my YouTube channel, JK Productions. FAU trailing UCF at the break, 16-4. On the offensive side of things for FAU, Zabir Mobley getting in the end zone on a 13-yard rush. LaJonte Wester getting in the end zone on a pitch, getting those 14 points. On the other side for the UCF Knights, John Riz Plumlee has really been the full force of their offense as the kick is away deep. Taking it out is the UCF returner, getting it to just across the 25-yard line out to the 27-yard line. Going back to the UCF stats from the first half, Johnny Richardson leading the way on the ground, 8 carries for 76 yards. John Riz Plumlee, 53 yards on the ground, and most importantly, those 2 touchdowns. Looking at the receiving game, Jamal Baker with 5 catches, 49 yards. Ryan O'Keefe, 3 catches, 26 yards. Had 2 really big drops there in the first half. John Riz Plumlee, 169 yards on 20 attempts. Plumlee takes the snap, hands the ball up the middle for a 4-yard gain. That would be the running back, number 5, Isaiah Bowser. Dwight Toombs there on the stop. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 10 here on the UCF 31-yard line. Bowser staying in the game. Checking in is Richardson as well. This ball goes to Richardson up the middle. Great defensive line stop there for FAU. In on the stop, number 29, the inside linebacker, Janie Headway, the redshirt sophomore there on the stop. 3rd down here on the UCF 33. Bowser in the game alongside Plumlee. 2 receivers either side. First half, FAU struggles to get off the field in 3rd and 4th down situations. Looking to his right is Plumlee, and picking up the first down are the Knights. That would be number 4, Ryan O'Keefe, taking the catch there all the way down to the 46-yard line of UCF.
I'd love to see how UCF really comes out with the offense this time. They came out very hard, very aggressive in this first half of the game. They're going very fast. Now we can see them going in a huddle here. See if they'll slow the game down with the lead.
FAU really does need to get a better job at getting off the field. The end around there, going to O'Keefe, getting across the 50-yard line, getting down to the 45-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play. Cross into FAU territory, 2nd and 10. If you do recall, FAU is without one of their defensive starters, and I'll have to take a pause on that as the Knights go quickly. Plumlee pump fakes with a gain of 1 on the play. Pump fakes to the left, and a pass to the right, and there is a little pushing and shoving at the end there, deep down the field. Number 1, Jamal Baker pushing and shoving with Romaine Mungan. But we have a 3rd and short here, UCF. On their own, on the FAU 44-yard line. And if history repeats itself, this is likely a 2-down opportunity here, as UCF was really bold in the first half, converting both of their 4th down attempts. Wildcat formation, as Bowser is in the backfield. Bowser looking like as a running back, changing the play, and very quickly Gus Malzahn calls timeout. He did not like the sign of his Wildcat running back changing the play at the line of scrimmage. So Gus Malzahn and the UCF Knights take the first time out here. 12 minutes, 22 seconds left on the clock in the 3rd quarter. UCF has a 3rd down here. The key for the second half really for FAU is getting off the field. They had quite a few good opportunities there where we saw 2 4th down conversions. We saw UCF also be very efficient in their 3rd down conversions, converting 5 of 9, 2 of 2 on their 4th down conversions. Meanwhile, on the other side, FAU scored 7 on their 3rd down conversions. We know that's something that the FAU offense definitely does really well. Getting down to the red zone, both teams share the same line of 2 of 3, and that one for both teams was the quarterback fumble by N'Kosi Perry in John Riz Plumlee. So very identical half for both teams. Now Plumlee comes back in shotgun formation, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, and picks up the first down, getting down to the FAU 41-yard line.
See, I think that's going to be the real big key in the second half is to be able to stop Plumlee running. Passing, he hasn't been that great this whole game, but him on his feet, he's been absolutely spectacular, converting these third downs, these fourth downs.
Plumlee, if nothing else, is certainly a magnificent athlete there, using his wheels again. Hand the ball up the middle this time, handing off to Bowser, getting it up to the 39-yard line. Isaiah Bowser, the second leading rusher on this team behind Plumlee, really did not have a good first half, currently fourth on the team in yards, averaging 2 yards a carry with 6 attempts, 12 yards on the ground here. 2nd and 3, 11 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Ball on the 34-yard line. Plumlee shotgun formation. Man coming in motion across from the right, faking the handoff to him. Hitting his man over the middle of the field at the 20-yard line is Plumlee hitting Jamal Baker for a nice first down. Nice doing a good job of moving the ball here downfield with some urgency. The Knights end up having the ball game. Plumlee a shotgun formation. Bowser alongside him to his right. 2 receivers either side. First down. Knights getting into the red zone here. Dropping back, looking immediately to the right. Taking it for himself. And nothing really doing there. 1 yard gain on the play. That would be number 3, Eddie Williams. The Williams brothers, even though they are not related, they're coming up on the tackle. Checking out of the game is Latrell Jean. Coming in is the big boy, Decarius Hawthorne, in for him on the defensive line. One of the few times the Knights have huddled today. Coming out quickly, Richardson comes in motion. Open to the right-hand side is the tight end and has one man to beat for the end zone. However, is tackled out of bounds. Tackle there by Armani Eli Adams. That would be number 82, Alec Holler, who also had a long play in the first half, going for a very long game. Going quickly here is UCF. Plumlee faking the handoff, trying to get in the end zone, and is stopped short on the 1 yard line there. Not quite able to get into the end zone. Alec Holler, as I was previously saying, did have a really long game earlier in the game. Running down the seam, able to pick up a 64-yard gain before being tackled by Armani Adams. Shotgun formation, Wildcat again here. Bowser in the backfield. Has a man in motion, fakes the handoff, and just walks into the end zone. 3rd rushing touchdown in the game for the Knights as they take a 22-14 lead here in Boca Raton, Florida. Very good opening drive there from the Knights. The extra point here can take the game to a 2-score deficit, and the kicker converts. So the lead now for UCF extended to 9 points, 23-14, with 9 minutes, 25 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Here on FAU Owl Radio, my name is Jacob Kelly, alongside me, Nick Tarock. Thank you all very much for tuning in here on a beautiful Saturday night. The weather has subsided. A little bit of worry earlier on the game. However, now is clear skies, barely even a breeze. Thank you all very much for tuning in to FAU Owl Radio. We will take a break and be right back.
This is where I feel like FAU needs to slow down, needs to really compose themselves and pick up first downs, and try and get in the end zone.
Points here as a response would be huge. Corner blitz from UCF. This time, Ncaaf Perry looking outside for LeJontay Wester sails the pass out of bounds here. Very quick 3rd and 7 here for the FAU offense. LeJontay Wester has had a relatively slow game, 5 catches, but only for 17 yards. Of course, had that big loss, which was considered a catch early on in the game. Did get in the end zone. Jamal Edrine has had 2 good catches for 47 yards, including a long one down the sideline for 28 yards, which picked up a first down for the Owls. Now here we have a 37, 8:51 to go in the 3rd quarter against the Knights. Ball on the 28-yard line. 2 wide receivers either side of the cozy. Shotgun formation, takes a snap, looks immediately to his left, and nearly intercepted. If not for a great play by Jaquan Burton, that pass very well could have been intercepted there. Green Thornton there on the play for UCF, and that is a very quick 3 and out here. So not the response we were looking for. We're seeing Riley Thompson come back on the field for the Owls. Deep back for the Knights is Xavier Thompson, the speedster short wide receiver. Thompson's punt is a low line drive that is caught at the 25, and he is quickly surrounded by a host of FAU special teamers out at around the 31, 32-yard line. So, Nick, that's not the response you want to see from FAU coming out of the half. UCF getting a quick touchdown and a 3 and out very quickly by this defense.
This is not a good look giving UCF this kind of momentum. FAU is really going to have to now find a way to make a big defensive play, and then on the other end, find a big offensive play to try and get back in this game now. Down 9 points. It's not the end of the world. They still have plenty of time. There's still 8 minutes left in the 3rd. There's still plenty of time in this game to try and find a comeback, but it's going to have to come from both sides of the ball.
Yeah, the offense was the more reliable side in the first half, so the defense does need to pick up its weight here. You're going against a better opponent. There is no bones about it. You know UCF overall as a program is better. And UCF really is the picture you're trying to emulate, as very soon we will be moving into the AAC. And that is big for this program. But once we're there, that's not enough for this program simply to move into the AAC. This is something that, as a FAU student, I will not get to see as an FAU fan in the future. I'm very excited for. However, for this university, it's very important to take that and ride that wave, ride that momentum, and continue to build this football program. Ncaaf Perry's done a great job with what he's done with this offense. Head coach Willie Taggart in his 3rd year here, really looking to blossom and prove his worth here as the FAU head coach. Really big years coming up here for FAU. Of course, we had the Lane Kiffin years, which was absolutely fantastic and really was unexpected. 2017, winning the conference, finishing 11-3. 2019, also 11-3, winning the conference. And we'd love to see some winning football back here in quote-unquote paradise. 1.8 miles from the beach. Beautiful stadium here. May I say, a lot prettier than the UCF stadium. Got in a few arguments this week with the UCF fans. What is special about their stadium? We have palm trees. We have nice colors. We're red. Nick, you know what their stadium looks like, right?
I do not.
You do not? Okay, I'm just going to paint the picture. Close your eyes and just think of what a football stadium looks like. Think of a bland bowl. You have UCF Stadium. There is nothing distinguishable about it. I'm just going to pull it up for you actually. It is just absolutely nothing special at all. And meanwhile, we got palm trees. It's night. You can't exactly see the beach, but we know it's there. You know it's there over the horizon. We know we can see it as the teams come back onto the field. I still want to show you this picture just so you can see how boring this stadium is. Coming back onto the field is the Knights, though. Plumlee handing the ball up the middle to Bowser. Great play there by the FAU defense. That'd be number 21, Jalen Wester. Up there on the tackle. No gain on the play.
Yeah, I would say our stadium's better. A lot nicer. There's just very plain.
As boring of a stadium as it really gets, in my opinion. Respectfully. Not screw it, disrespectfully. Shotgun formation. Alongside him is Bowser. Rolling to the left and looking deep down the field and intercepted! Just tossed right to him on the interception. Dwight Toombs. He could take it all the way. 10, 5, out at the 1 yard line. Dwight Toombs there with the interception, setting FAU up in perfect territory. There is a flag on the play. You hope that's not on FAU because that's going to back us up a little bit. But great play there by Dwight Toombs.
I think that flag was right at about the 10-yard line. It looked like, I didn't see because I was looking at the man running the ball, but it looked like one of the UCF players fell down or got knocked down and maybe pushed over by an FAU player either late or from behind, which is, I think, what the penalty will be on.
Yeah, we've seen a few dead ball calls here against FAU, and you've got to be more disciplined as so, not a penalty at all. It is a sideline warning, and that is still something you want to take consideration and pay attention to. But what we thought would be a 15-yard penalty, it ends up being for naught. And really, really bad throw there by Riz Plumlee. There on the interception, number 31, Dwight Toombs there was really just handed the ball. You see where he was going to his number one target, Jamal Baker. However, it wasn't there, and must have just not seen Toombs at all. Great athletic play, taking always the opposite side of the field, getting within the 1 yard line. FAU here can set up shop here, try to get in the end zone. Wildcat formation, Larry McCammon and a bunch group, and the fumble snap. Wow, that could have been horrible. A high snap there by the center, Nick Weber, and backs FAU up. So as bad of a play as it could be, at least he didn't fumble it. It's still easy to retain possession. However, 2nd and goal here now from the 4 yard line, going in the direction of the UCF fans who are on their feet and are very loud here. Nkosi back under center. Larry McCammon staying behind him in a bunched heavy formation. 3 tight ends, matter of fact, in the game. Hand the ball off to Larry McCammon, busting up the middle. Able to get 2 yards maybe on the play. He's down to the 2.5 yard line. Nick, we need points here. We need a touchdown here. And great opportunity to do so.
Hey, for sure. We really got to take advantage of this. That first play did hurt. We were less than a yard away from the end zone. Now they're 4 yards away from the end zone. But hopefully here they can make a big play and put it in.
Nkosi shotgun formation. McCammon alongside 2 receivers either side. McCammon in motion to his right, looking over the middle, and pass broken up. Great play there. Number 12, Justin Hodges, the junior defensive back out of Fort Lauderdale there. So not able to convert, get in the end zone there, and Willie Taggart sends out the kicking team.
See, I think my problem there was I think they tried to get a little too fancy going with that wild card the first play. They were less than a yard away. The running game up the middle has been very good all game. I would have just given the ball right there to one of the 3 running backs.
Morgan Suarez out to attempt the kick. The snap is good. The kick is blocked. Absolute disaster here for FAU. Getting the turnover, getting it all the way at the 1 yard line, and the ball is blocked. Unable to convert there. Getting the ball 1st and goal on the 1 yard line. UCF will be taking the ball over on their own 14 yard line. And the UCF fans here in full force are very vocal. Love the interception. Love the move after the play, but not able to get points there, wasting that opportunity. Something you can't do when you're going into an opposition here like UCF. You got to take advantage of every opportunity you get, and getting within the 1 yard line. There is no better opportunity than 1st and goal from the 1 yard line. The fans for UCF went crazy. The UCF bench going crazy. Coaches going crazy. Love that play. Love to give a quick shout out to my friend Jaquez Carter there on the sideline for UCF as an assistant. Hoping the best for them. Not hoping the best for them tonight. But UCF will be taking the ball over 6 minutes, 25 seconds left to go, up by 9, 23-14. Jacob Kelly, Nick Turok, FAU Owl Radio. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be taking a break. We will be right back. And we return here at FAU Football Stadium. FAU had a golden opportunity at the Knights' 1-yard line, unable to convert, then attempting the field goal that is blocked. So the Knights taking over the ball here on their own 14-yard line as if nothing ever happened. Low snap there, Plumlee picks it off the dirt, looking deep down the field to Javon, and just overthrows him. Coverage there by Smoke Mungane. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 there on the play. That is really a gut punch for the FAU team, for the FAU fans. But still have a long way to go. 2-score game, 6 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in this third quarter. This game is far from over, ladies and gentlemen. UCF with the ball on their own 14, 2nd and 10. Plumlee, shotgun snap, looks right, rushes up the middle, has a block, able to get across the 25 for a first down, 45, 40, all the way out to the 50-yard line. John Riz Plumlee. That's what he does. He uses the wheels. Great play call there by Gus Malzahn and this offense, getting the ball all the way down to the 50-yard line. Latrell Jean, Jalen Joyner checking out. Riz Plumlee has a man in motion, this time electing to hand the ball off up the middle. This time handing it to Isaiah Bowser for a 2-yard gain, taking the ball into FAU territory.
I feel like now we'll really start to see there is still a lot of time left in this game, but I think UCF will really try and now slow this game down, run a little more clock every possession they have.
UCF here really looking to cement themselves in the lead. Pitch here in space, able to shake a tackle, and is tackled out of bounds. That'd be number 4, Ryan O'Keefe here. If you look just at the yards alone, UCF is in control of this game now. Over 450 yards total compared to FAU's 280. UCF continuing to go quick here. Plumlee handing the ball up the middle, giving it to Bowser, getting it down to the 17-yard line. Isaiah Bowser there, the 3-yard carry, bringing up 2nd and 7. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Bowser checking out of the game. 2 receivers either side. Man coming in motion, faking the handoff is Plumlee able to get to the outside. 10, 5, hurdling down to the 2-yard line, down to the 1-yard line is John Riz Plumlee. Refs calling him down at the 3. First and goal here. UCF continuing to go quickly. DeMarcus Bowman alongside in the backfield, and Bowman walks it in for a score. UCF extending a lead now 29-14 over FAU.
And this is just now getting a little out of reach for FAU if they don't start getting something going soon.
Some of the fans already heading to the exits here with just 4 minutes left to go in this third quarter, which was once a packed stadium, is now showing quite a few empty seats here. UCF looking to extend their lead to 16 points. Still a 2-score game. However, the game is going further and further out of reach for FAU. The kick is up. The kick is good. UCF, with 4 minutes and 1 second left to go in this third quarter, now have a 30-14 lead over our FAU Owls, looking to get their 4th ever victory over the Owls, their 2nd here in Boca Raton, getting 2 up in Orlando. We will be taking a break. Thank you all for tuning into FAU Owl Radio. Thank you for tuning into JK Productions, Jake Kelly, Nick Tarak. We'll be taking a break. Thank you, everybody. What's up, Donovan? Hey, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. What section are you sitting in? If you can even hear me. If you can hear me, tell me what section you're sitting in. And the kicking group for the Knights coming back out here with 4 minutes and 1 second left to go in this third quarter. UCF now extending their lead to 16 points, 30-14 over our FAU Owls. Deep back for the Owls is Jay Sean Platt setting up for the kick. Deep, or setting up to kick it away is Riker Casey. And the kick is away. Jay Sean letting the ball trickle into the end zone. FAU taking the ball over on the 25-yard line. UCF has accumulated a record of 48-12 in its last 60 games. The Knights went on a 13-0 run in 2017, 12-1 in 2018, 10-3, 19, and 6-4 in 2020. And are 9-4 in their first season under head coach Gus Malzahn. Coming to this game, they are 1-1, looking to go to 2-1, as well as 4-0 against FAU. UCF's 48 wins in its last 60 games only trails Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, and Georgia, the entire nation, for the most victories in the program's last 60 contests. Nkosi, shotgun formation. Evan Austin tucking into the left sideline. Nkosi faking the handoff, rushing to his right. Dives for about a 2-yard gain there on the play. Brandon Adams there, the defensive back there on the tackle. Cozy Perry, shotgun formation now. Empty backfield, 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Second down and 8, 3 minutes, 35 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Larry McCammon in motion now in the backfield alongside Nkosi. Nkosi takes a snap, and the play was dead beforehand. It looks like we have a false start on the FAU offensive line. That would be Chaz Neal, the 6'5", 348-pound redshirt junior, the big boy out of Fort White, Florida, there with the penalty. That'll back up the Owls now to their own 22-yard line. 2nd and 13, 3 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in this quarter. Larry McCammon alongside Nkosi Perry, trips left, 1 to his right. Nkosi takes a snap, looks over, hits Jaquan Burton at the 25-yard line, and that's where Jaquan ends up going down. 3-yard gain there, bringing FAU 3rd and 10 on the 25.
This is a big drive here for FAU. If they're going to give it even an attempt to get back into this game, they're going to need to score some points here, or at least get very far down the field.
Big third down here for the FAU offense. Still only down 2 scores here. 3 wide receivers right, 2 to the left. Nkosi looks over the middle, and the pressure for the first time in this game gets to Nkosi, being sacked all the way down to the 18-yard line. The Knights will be taking back over possession here as the time trickles away in the third quarter. The FAU crowd really dejected. The UCF crowd quite the opposite, having a great time in the north end zone. Riley Thompson on the punt. Again, deep for the Knights. Number 3, Xavier Townsend, deep on his own 38-yard line. And a lot of pressure there getting to Thompson, however, able to get the kick away. Xavier takes it 45-yard line and is brought down at the 50-yard line. Some more pushing and shoving has drawn another foul, or actually it looks like we have a holding call that'll be coming up here. Line judge Dan Bush signaling a holding call on UCF. So we'll back them up a little bit here at least. And that holding call is going to be on number 31, Brandon Adams, on the call there. So the ball was originally brought out to the 50-yard line, now being spotted, or the ball has yet to be spotted correctly. Ball being taken out to the 42-yard line, it appears. UCF taking over possession on their own 39-yard line. John Rhys Plumlee has had himself a pretty good game outside that one interception. Now he likes to hand the ball up the middle. Goes his running back, Johnny Richardson, for a 4-yard gain. That'd be Toombs there on the tackle, the man who just a few drives ago was able to get the interception. Coming up with a 2nd and 6 as the clock trickles close to 1 minute to go in this third quarter. UCF with a 30-14 lead. Taking the snap is Plumlee, handing it off up the middle goes Isaiah Bowser. John Rhys Plumlee so far in the game, 16 of 26, 242 yards and an interception, but he also does have 109 yards on the ground now. They long of 36. He has gotten the end zone 2 times. And the Knights have, as a total, gotten into the end zone 4 times via the rushing attack. Plumlee, shotgun formation. Bowser to his right. Faking the handoff, running up the middle is Bowser, and Bowser looking to shove his way across the first down marker for a first down, getting the ball down to the 49-yard line of UCF. The rushing attack has been very sharp here for the Knights. As the clock trickles away, we'll see if UCF elects to call another play or not here with 15 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Plumlee, shotgun formation, does elect to snap the ball. We have a flea figure here with the ball back to Plumlee. Wide open down the sideline is their tight end number 82, that being Alec Holler. We've seen it with quite a few big plays there, and UCF electing to pull off a trick play there. Handoff into a reverse, into a flea flicker as the UCF Knights in another opportunity to score. Clock strikes triple zeros here on the third quarter. The UCF Knights have a 30-14 lead over our FAU Owls here in Boca Raton, Florida, FAU Football Stadium. Jacob Kelly, Nick Turok, thank you all for tuning in to FAU Owl Radio. We'll be taking a break, and we will see you on the other side in the fourth quarter. Is Ryan O'Keefe really your cousin, Donovan? I don't want to hear you critiquing me on my verbiage, all right? Who's the one getting paid? Who's the one watching? Okay, that's your cousin's name. That is, yeah. I was literally just about to say, wait a minute, that is very clearly not your cousin.
Oh, we're signed the fourth, right?
Like, I don't know how to say it, but so your cousin has the same name as a player on the team. That's crazy. That's the cousin I met, right? I know I just asked you like 13 questions. Yeah. I mean, y'all aren't missing much at this point. A lot of the crowd has left. I'm gonna try to meet up with Jay after the game. Actually, he said to meet him by the locker room, see if we can talk for a little bit. I haven't seen that man in years. So that'd be cool.
Oh, you went to the locker room?
Huh?
You went to the locker room after this?
No, no, but like my boy. So you see the guy in yellow? Like you see the guy in the yellow and the orange?
Yeah.
The guy in the yellow, that's my boy.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
High
that's
school.
something Carter, right?
Jaquez J.
Wait.
Carter. Yeah. Him and I texted him before the game. We're gonna try to meet up afterwards. Oh yeah, I should have told you. Yeah, I didn't even think about it to let you know. You come back. All right. So keep yours muted until you're talking. And we are back here at the start of the fourth quarter. We have had a substitution here in the booth. Maddox, or Just 1 second. We have a play here. Ryan O'Keefe with a pass caught down to the 11-yard line of FAU. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maddox, we saw you last week, so welcome back to the program. This time subbing in for our boy Nick. How you doing, Maddox?
I'm doing great right now. I'm really excited to see this game. I know right now we're down pretty big against UCF, but being part of a historic game like this is such a big crowd in the beginning. It's very fun to be part of.
Yes, sir. Thank you for joining us up in here in the booth today. Plumlee faking the handoff, looking left, and be able to evade the rushers and decided to run out of bounds. Looks like he is going to be called for a 1-yard loss there on the play. But yes, Maddox, thank you for joining us here in the booth today. As Nick steps out, you'll be with us here for the rest of the game. FAU now, big opportunity here. Stop them. Down still only by 2 scores here with 14 minutes left to go in this quarter. 3rd down and 6 from the FAU 12-yard line. In the game alongside Plumlee is Richardson rolling to his right and tossing it up the middle to Richardson for little to no gain on the play. Bring up a 4th and 5. A field goal here will extend the lead to 3 scores. And Gus Malzahn electing to do so, bringing on his senior kicker for his 3rd field goal attempt of the game. This will be roughly a 29-yard kick. 13 minutes, 20 seconds left to go here in the quarter. The snap is a little low, but the kick is true down the middle. So with 13 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in this ball game, UCF now has a 19-point lead here, 33-14 over the FAU Owls. This game has really started to get out of hand for our Owls. Looking back into the 3rd quarter, the yardage, really big mismatch between the two teams. UCF total offense 529, most of that being on the ground. However, FAU 278 yards total, only 2 yards more than what UCF has gotten on the ground. FAU's passing attack just certainly has not been there so far this game, with only 89 yards through the air with 13 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the game. So as the teams take a break, the TV timeout for those watching over on CBS Sports Network. Thank you for tuning in to FAU Owl Radio. Thank you for tuning in to JK Productions, Jacob Kelly, Max here alongside me. We'll be taking a break. We will see you guys in a minute.
Yeah, my goal this time is to try at least talk a little bit more than last time.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
You just might as well. Why not?
Yeah.
Are you driving home, or are you staying in the area? Because that is a long drive for this time. Hi, other person. I'm also talking to somebody else. Yeah. Good luck. Go find some gators. I think the Gators are losing right now. Last time I saw, USF was driving.
Alabama's perhaps.
USF's beating the Gators in Gainesville. What is this?
Oh my god.
This is ridiculous. Especially, I was just defending to my cousin Anthony Richardson so hard earlier.
How did they put up 70 points against Toledo?
I mean, it's Ohio State. Ohio State 70-21. Oklahoma State is just thumping Arkansas behind whatever they're called. There was a little upset brewing. Ooh, Texas A&M is up on Miami. Am I blind or did the game already end? Okay, so Arkansas ended up being Missouri State. Shut up. UF doesn't stink. Maybe they do. I don't know.
It's highlighted people out.
Huh?
It's highlighted people out.
Yeah. I don't know why that's highlighted. UF stinks. And we are back here, 3rd 13-15 left to go in this ball game. UCF extends their lead 33-14 thanks to a field goal. Jay-Sean Platt with the fair catch. FAU will be setting up shop here at the 25-yard line. So this ball game is getting more and more out of hand. And Matt, it's something you've had a proper way to introduce yourself since you got really just thrown into the game last year. So just tell the FAU community just a little something about yourself as you're going to be joining here on the broadcast.
Well, my major in multimedia journalism, so I'm hoping to do sports broadcasting. That's why I'm here at FAU. And for any Dolphins fans out there, bad news, I'm a Patriots fan. So it's fun being here in Miami.
Okay, so we're just going to stop you right there. You don't want to hear any of that blasphemy. N'Kosi Perry, shotgun formation. Zabir Mobley in motion, coming alongside him in the backfield, looking to his left and immediately hitting Jaquan Burton on the outside. Jaquan getting across the 30 to the 33-yard line for an 8-yard gain. Something you'd like to know that Jaquez Carter, who I've mentioned a few times over there, he himself is also a Patriots fan. You guys are just a gross species that I do not like to associate with, even though I always find myself associating with Patriots fans.
Well, we got 6 rings, so.
Yeah, and you're going to have about 6 wins this year, too. So there's that. 6 is a magic number, I guess. Trips right. N'Kosi Perry drops back, looks deep, and not able to connect there. Jaquan Burton had the opportunity to hit number 86, Jamal Edrine, over the middle of the field there. Lets it go deep down the right-hand side of the field to Jaquan Burton there. Not able to pick it up here. We have a 3rd and 2. 12:43 left here to go in the ball game. They're down in 2. Zabir Mobley alongside N'Kosi Perry, Austin Evans, LeJontay Wester. N'Kosi takes the snap, and the receivers of FAU were not even expecting the play to be snapped. Zabir Mobley not able to pick up the first down here. I mean, if I'm FAU, I'm going for this. There's really no real reason to punt. As Javion Posey checks out for Jaquan Burton. And as I say that, the kicking team is going to come out here. Personally, this game is out of hand. There's no reason to punt this ball away. I would love to see FAU go for it here, albeit in their own zone. However, Willie Taggart electing to send the kicking team on Riley Thompson out here to punt. Deep back for UCF is the 5'11" freshman wide receiver, Xavier Thompson. And the punt is away. A sideways spiraling kick caught at the 35-yard line. Shedding one tackle is Thompson. However, tackled there out at the 31-yard line. The Knights will be taking over possession of the football with 11 minutes, 45 seconds left to go into this ball game. Look to see here if UCF looks for a change of quarterback with the game mostly out of reach here. Again, UCF very clearly had their foot on the throttle in the second half. FAU did a great job staying within 2 points at the end of the first half. However, now with a 19-point lead, it is looking bleak for the FAU Owls as the officials go to a break. We will take a break with them. Thank you all for tuning into FAU Owl Radio. We will take a break. We'll be right back. The stats for why FAU wide receivers aren't good. Why do you want me to say that? Why? They're not good. And by the way, this guy, Dolphins fan, intelligent human being.
I had a teacher in my high school class, and he is a diehard Dolphins fan. The dude used to play for the USF Bulls. He's like an offensive lineman, and he became the offensive line coach for them. And so he always give me like crap about.
Rightfully so.
My dad's an Eagles fan, so.
I mean, actually, this year I like the Eagles. Like, I think they're going to do good this year.
Yeah, I got to start Hurst the rest of the season for fantasy until Herbert feels better.
Jeez, the Gators just stink right now. Anthony Richardson is playing horrible. Did you figure out how you're going to watch the game tomorrow? Because I know you said that was going to be an issue. So I'm going to end up probably watching it on my phone. Yikes. There's no, like, sports bar. I mean, I know you live in the literal nowhere, middle of nowhere.
Where does he live at?
Have you ever heard of LaBelle?
LaBelle, where's that?
Middle of nowhere.
If that's in Florida, I mean, it's sort of. So like, I don't know. Maybe I've heard someone.
Oh, sweetheart, how nice of you to join us again. How you feeling?
Good, man.
Sure you do.
It's brutal.
I believe you.
That's the one.
I know it is. My boy is the only one in here, so I'm just going to keep this on
there.
Huh?
Dude is in there at the start.
Let's go.
I went in there.
So what logic is it for you have one men's room on the entire top floor, 2 urinals, 1 stall for the entire top
Oh yeah, that
floor?
made no sense.
Shut up! You're not antisocial. Go to the sports bar, you dingus. First down and 10 for the UCF Knights here. 11 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter here. Passing the ball out of the backfield to the returner in the ball game, Xavier Thompson. UCF not electing to switch up their quarterback. 4-yard gain on the play. Second down 6 from the 35-yard line. John Riz Plumlee having himself a very good game. Did have the interception. Other than that play, he's really been the difference maker between these two teams. He's been able to get virtually whatever he's wanted. Can't say the same for Ncaaf Perry and the FAU offense. 2 wide receivers either side. Passing again to his short wide receiver, number 3, Townsend. Xavier Thompson able to get the ball down to the 40-yard line for a 3rd and 1 here for the UCF Knights. Third down and 1. UCF on their own 40-yard line. 10 minutes, 35 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. And faking the hand up the middle is Plumlee. And great tackle there. And it looks like we have a penalty marker down on the play. And we are going to be getting hit with a face mask, extending the drive, giving UCF a fresh set of downs. Yeah, and indeed it is. Personal foul, face mask, that being on Jason Johnson, or excuse me, looking at the wrong side. It'll be a personal foul, 15-yard penalty against the Owls, 10 minutes, 24 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter.
First down and 10 on the FAU 46.
Snap is off, handoff, and it is stopped in the backfield. Great stop there. Number 94, Keem Green, the graduate defensive lineman out of Sumner, South Carolina, there on the stop. Stopping Johnny Richardson there in the backfield. Two-yard loss. Now with under 10 minutes left to go, Plumlee in the backfield, shotgun formation. This time, faking the handoff, running to his left, able to get a block from his wide receiver. A block by number 8, Keymore Gamble, bringing up a 3rd down and about 3 yards here for the Knights. UCF subbing out some of their offensive personnel, now having 3 wide receivers. Right, 2 wide receivers left. Back up by himself is Plumlee. 5-man line. Snap the ball, immediately looking out. Hits his man Thompson. Makes one man miss. 30-yard line, 20. Down to the 21-yard line. Quick hitter there. Able to go for about 20 yards there. First down, Knights. Jaden Williams there on the tackle. UCF closing in on the red zone here. Trying to put more points here on the board. First and 10 from the 23-yard line. Plumlee, shotgun formation. In the backfield by himself. 2 receivers left. 1 to his right. Man coming in motion. This time faking the handoff. Running up the middle is Plumlee. Getting down to the 20-yard line for a 3-yard gain. Number 50, Jacob Merrifield, the man who came down with the fumble earlier in the game on the 5-yard line with the tackle. 2nd and 7 from the 20-yard line here, FAU Owl Football Stadium, Boca Raton, Florida. Thank you all for tuning in to FAU Owl Radio and JK Productions. Clock is ticking away here on the game here for FAU, likely to fall to 2-2 here with a very large lead here, 33-14. Plumlee taking the snap, hand the ball up the middle. No gain there on the play. Rushing the ball was number 22, Daniel McCullen, excuse me. Suffer no gain on the play. Toombs there on the tackle for FAU. And FAU with another 3rd down opportunity, something that all game long we haven't seen the Owls convert on. Have really struggled in this part of the game. Have struggled on 4th down. Have struggled on 3rd down. Now here on the 20-yard line, UCF closing in to score yet again. Let's see what the Owls do. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to his left. Plumlee calling a timeout as the play clock trickled down to 0. 7 minutes, 7 seconds left to go on the clock. Talking about Coach Gus Malzahn coming over to UCF before last season. Head coach Malzahn and his wife Christy have made a $250,000 gift commitment to the McNamara Cove, which is part of the Gateway Football Campus Project made possible by Sharon and Mark Hagel at UCF. This commitment marks a major step forward in creating momentum for UCF's Mission 12 initiative as a nice look toward their official transition to the Big 12 Conference July 1st, 2023. A quote from Christy and Gus Malzahn. We're excited about the future for UCF. We love Orlando. We love this place, our amazing fans and players. McNamara Cove, among other projects and initiatives for UCF athletics, is a game changer in the lives of our student athletes. Just as we always challenge our players, our goal is to also influence in a positive way, and hopefully this gift does that and helps us compete for championships moving forward into the Big 12. I can't hit home enough how big that move is for UCF, and conversely, how big the move for FAU moving into the AAC will be. Playing bigger, better opponents, getting extra revenue via the TV deal the AAC has. UCF is setting a benchmark here in the state of Florida, trying to become one of the big dogs, has crawled its way up the rankings. We've seen them have undefeated seasons. We've seen them win Big 6 games. We've seen them lose only 3 games in 3 years. They're our in-state rivals, and we love to hate on them, but ultimately they are a program that FAU wishes to emulate here in the next 5 to 10 years, as moving to the AAC is hopefully a stepping stool for bigger things to come for our FAU Owls. Now, following the timeout, Plumlee comes back on the field. Isaiah Bowser alongside him to his left. 3rd down here on the FAU 20-yard line. 3rd and 7. 7:07 left to go in this ball game. Still waiting a moment to get the heads up, get the okay from the refs. And it's what has been a much depleted stance here. FAU faithful, the ones stayed, hoping to see FAU convert this 3rd down, hoping to stop UCF from picking it up here. Plumlee, shotgun formation, 2 receivers to his left, his tight end, Keymore Gamble on the line to his left, 1 wide receiver to his right. Snapping the ball is Plumlee, looking to his right, has a man one-on-one coverage with Smoke Mungane, high points the pass, touchdown Knights. Simply put, John Riz Plumlee is having a fantastic ball game. High points the pass to Javon Baker, in only a location in which Baker can come down with the football. The first passing touchdown of the game for the Knights sees them take a 39-14 lead here. 7 minutes left to go in this ball game here at Howard Schnellenberger Field, FAU Football Stadium. Colton Boomer now here for the extra point attempt for the Knights to give them a 40-14 lead here against our FAU Owls. The kick is up. The kick is good. UCF extends the lead now 40-13 here. 7 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Thank you all. Anybody still tuning in here to FAU Owl Radio, we appreciate you guys staying here. This would have been a rough night for our Owls, which was once a very good game, a close and entertaining game. It's the most packed I've ever seen this football stadium. It was roaring. Team was looking positive for the first half, had a lead through most of the second quarter. However, the UCF Knights took the lead 16-14 and have not looked back, now extending it to a 26-point lead. FAU has still yet to score here in the second half. Have not really moved the ball here in the second half. 285 yards total. It's not a lot going right for the FAU Owls offense or for the defense. Meanwhile, for UCF, 261 yards on the ground, 327 yards for Liz Plumley, and 588 total with those. And from the 35-yard line, the kick is away. Deshaun Platt with a fair catch. Now the ball will be at the 25-yard line. FAU will be coming out with its offense, and it looks like Nkosi Perry staying in the game. Last week, we saw Nkosi Perry exit the game very early on in the fourth quarter as that game was well out of hand with the Southeastern Louisiana Lions. You wonder whether Willie Taggart would take Nkosi out to get his son some more reps, as this is certainly Nkosi's last season with the team. However, Nkosi out here playing down 40-14, just looking to get something going for the FAU offense. There's been really nothing this second half that you've liked to see. Now we have Nkosi shotgun formation, 2 receivers either side. Larry McCammon in the backfield, looking over the middle field, and able to hit Tony Johnson for a 5-yard gain there. Johnson's first catch of the game, bringing out 2nd and 5 on the 30-yard line. Second and 5, no personnel changes for the Owls. Edge Ryan and LaJohntay Wester to his right, Burton to his left, looking over the middle, looking deep down the middle of the field for LaJohntay Wester. And what could have been a very nasty collision was avoided there. LaJohntay going under the man. Pass falls incomplete. Looking deep over the middle of the field to LaJohntay. 3rd and 5 here. 6:26 left to go in the fourth quarter. FAU has the ball on their own 30-yard line. FAU again maintaining the same personnel. Bunch trips close to the left. Jamal Edrine alone down to the right. Larry McCammon in the ball game, swinging out to the left in motion. Nkosi looks over the middle and hits his man for a first down. Pass there again to Tony Johnson, number 16 there. Bring the ball over the 35-yard line for an FAU first down. FAU going quick. Nkosi takes the snap, looks over the middle, looks to the left, looking deep down the field, one-on-one coverage, and the ball falls incomplete. That was to Jaquan Burton deep down the left sideline. Great coverage there by the UCF defensive back. 2nd and 10 from the 36-yard line. On the coverage there for UCF was number 31, Brandon Adams. I've said his name quite a few times today. He did, of course, go down earlier in the game with injury, so good to see that wasn't anything too serious. 10:45 p.m. here, Boca Raton, Florida. FAU losing here 40-14. Nkosi shotgun formation, looking deep down to the right. One-on-one coverage for Jamal Edrine. Ball falls incomplete. In coverage there for UCF was number 14, Corey Thornton, the 6'1 defensive back, junior out of Miami, Florida, and Booker T. Washington High School. I know we have a few members on this FAU team that is also attended Booker T. Washington High School.
Third down. 10 from the 36.
Nkosi, shotgun formation, 2 receivers to his right. Evans on the line to his left. Wester going from the right to the left in motion. Nkosi drop back, pressure in his face, trying to avoid the tackle, and just has to throw it away. Throwing it to Larry McCammon at his feet, bringing it up here. A 4th and 10, 5:50 left to go. And again, nothing going for this FAU offense. As another drive stalls without reaching the 50-yard line. Riley Thompson coming back on the field to punt yet again. Xavier Thompson still deep on his own 22-yard line for UCF. And the punt is away. A low line drive, spiraling kick, bounces down and out of bounds. So a very good punt by Thompson. Let's see where the ref marks the ball. And the ref stops at the 10-yard line. So the UCF Knights will be taking the ball over on the 10-yard line. Looking forward beyond this game next Saturday. Doesn't get any easier for our FAU Owls moving on to Purdue September 24th. And again, on the road to Texas, to Northern Texas, to play North Texas. Back here at home against Rice. Then in Texas again against University of Texas, El Paso. Then back here at home for UAB, that being October 29th. Then on the road, FIU, Middle Tennessee, and the last game of the year, the last game I will get to watch as a FAU student, home against Western Kentucky, November 26th. Thank you for everybody tuning in today. Anybody listening here on FAU Owl Radio. Tomorrow, of course, we have a full slate of NFL games. Very much looking forward to the Miami Dolphins taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Very much looking forward to the Steelers thumping the Patriots. Yes, I'm looking at you, Maddox. We all know what's going to happen. You guys stink. Thank you all very much for tuning in today. On Monday, 12 noon, here, FAUOWLRADIO.com. You'll be able to hear me, Jacob Kelly, JK Productions, talking about what we saw here today from the FAU Owls team. Of course, not necessarily a show I'm going to want to talk about the Owls, but, you know, you got to call it like I see it. It has not been a great performance from this team on either side of the ball. So please make sure to tune in 12 o'clock Eastern, noon, for my show, JK Productions. We'll be talking about the Owls' performance here today. We'll be talking about the Week 2 matchups. Hopefully you see the Dolphins go 2-0 against the Ravens. Talking fantasy football. Talking a whole bunch more. 12 to 1. So appreciate everybody tuning in today. Hope everybody tunes in for that. Anybody listening over on my YouTube channel, please go and check out all my other videos, as I have posted literally every day this week covering different football content, including a preview for the Miami Dolphins versus the Baltimore Ravens tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, around 9 a.m. or so, we'll be posting my Week 2 predictions. So please make sure to check out for that over on my YouTube channel, JK Productions. First and 10 here for the UCF Knights, starting up on their own 10-yard line. Not Thompson. Ball handed off and staying on his feet. 40-yard line, pushed out the 41-yard line. That being number 22, Daniel McCullen there with the 30-yard gain on the ground, taking the handoff outside to the right, all the way down to the UCF 40-yard line. Staying in the ball game is Plumlee for the UCF Knights. As he's had a very hot game so far to this point, 327 yards, getting his first passing touchdown on that last drive. Hand the ball up the middle this time. It's McCollum.
And off to number 22, Arcade Harvey. Number 31, Mike Toombs.
Sorry, that was actually R.J. Harvey. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. R.J. Harvey there on the carry, carrying it down to the 43-yard line. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. UCF has been much in control this second half, letting the clock trickle down as this stadium more and more continues to empty. Plumlee, shotgun formation, hands the ball off again to RJ, who runs it up the middle for about a 2-yard gain on the play. RJ Harvey getting some carries here at the end of the game. Jaden Wheeler there on the tackle for FAU. First time the FAU Owls ever played the UCF Knights was all the way back in 2003 in the third year of the program, where we met them in the Citrus Bowl and met them on UCF's campus in 2018 and here in 2019. Pass out from Plumlee, able to hit his man in stride, that being Thompson, down into FAU territory to the 46-yard line.
Number 16,
First and 10 from the FAU 46-yard line. Shotgun formation, empty backfield. Hand the ball off to RJ, who comes in motion this time for a 2-yard loss. Willie Tiger here in his third year with the program, starting his coaching career back with Western Kentucky as a wide receivers coach, then got promoted up to quarterbacks coach, co-offense coordinator, and then assistant head coach in the 2003 season. Stayed with Western Kentucky to 2006, then being promoted, moving all the way to the West Coast to University of Stanford, working there from 07 to 09 as the running backs coach. Then getting his first gig as a head coach, going back to the school that gave him his very first opportunity in Western Kentucky. Plumlee snaps the ball, looks to his left, hits Thompson for a 2-yard gain back to the original line of scrimmage. As I was saying, 2010, Willie Tiger gets the opportunity for his first head coaching job for his alma mater. And in 2012, moved on to take over here in the state as the University of South Florida head coach. Stayed there from 2013 to 2016. Had a very brief 1-year stint as Oregon head coach for the 2017 season. 2018-2019, moving on to Florida State there as Plumlee snaps the ball, looking deep, taking a shot down the left sideline, and Romaine Mungan there with the coverage. However, we will see a pass interference call on the play, and we also have a penalty here in the backfield. The UCF offense is moving upfield, so this might be a double penalty against FAU, or maybe a little offset. Away the call from Kevin Randall. And they're both on FAU. Both lead personal foul, 15-yard penalties, moving the ball down to the 30-yard line. UCF continues its drive here. Clock trickles down now. Minute 32 left to go in this ball game. And apparently Gus Malzahn wants to drag this out a little longer as he elects to call timeouts. Minute 32, UCF with a 40-14 lead here at FAU Football Stadium. As I was stating, Willie Tiger had 2 coaching head stints here in the years leading up to him being hired by FAU, being with Oregon Ducks and the Florida State Seminoles. Then once head coach Lane Kiffin moved on to Ole Miss, so bigger and better things, that's when Tiger got his opportunity here and has been with the program since 2020, here in his 3rd season as a FAU head coach. Tiger and the Owls be falling to 2-2 on the season here, following tonight's defeat to the UCF Knights. Thank you all very much for tuning into FAU Owl Radio. Jacob Kelly, Nick Turok, substituted by Maddox here alongside me. One cake got to Nick. Just going to put him out there on blast. Substitute quarterback in here making the play. Getting down to the 25-yard line. That was number 12, Thomas Castellanos with the carry there on first down. 6-yard gain, getting the ball down to the 24-yard line. And in a game out of hand like this, the last thing you want to see is an injury. And that's what we have here as a FAU defender is down on the ground around where the tackle was made. Can't see who it is as the medical staff is looking to see how it's going, looking to see how he's feeling. Obviously, hope the best for him. While I have the opportunity, I'd like to give a shout out to some FAU Owls in the NFL, being Trey Hendrickson and the Cincinnati Bengals tomorrow taking on the Dallas Cowboys in what should be a comfortable win as the Cowboys not only stink, but also are going to be without Dak Prescott. I'd like to give shout out to Devin Singletary, who led his way to the NFL from here. And unfortunately, it is Smoke Mungane Smoke Mungin. I've been saying his name wrong this entire time. Down there and hobbling off the field. You hate to see it, but love to see him at least walking off the field. Devin Singletary of the Buffalo Bills taking on the Tennessee Titans on Monday Night Football. Love to see athletic greats, just such our own Nick Turok here, who is enjoying himself with a mini basketball hoop we have here in the room. Handoff this time going to the right-hand side, all the way down to the 10-yard line. The Knights within the 10-yard line is number 22, RJ Harvey. .45 seconds left to go here as the FAU Owls will be moving to 2-2 on the season. And rushing it to the outside, penalty on the play. It looks to be an offside on the Owls. Guided out of bounds is Castellanos.
There's a penalty on the play.
And waiting to hear the call on the play, and is indeed an offsides. That'd be on the big boy, Jaden Wheeler, 6'3", 287 pounds, sophomore out of Nashville, Georgia, and Berrien High School. 33 seconds here on the clock, and this very well could be the last play of the game. Handoff up the middle. Swarmed by FAU defenders for no gain. That being number 22, RJ Harvey.
Number 22, RJ Harvey with the carry.
And it looks like the clock will trickle off. So thank you very much for everybody tuning in to today's broadcast. Unfortunately, it did not go the way we would like to, with FAU falling here at home, losing their first home game of the season, falling to the UCF Knights with a final score of 40-14. My name, Jacob Kelly, Nick Turok, Max here alongside me, coming in here for the fourth quarter. Thank you guys for being a part of this. Thank you all very much for listening in. You'll be seeing you here at FAU Football Stadium October 15th, so a little bit less than a month from now. We're going to be taking on the University of Rice. As I mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, our FAU Owls will be hitting the road next week,
September 24th against the Purdue Boilermakers. Also like to give a shout out to my grandfather who went to Purdue, put himself through college, and became a much smarter man than I could ever hope to be. But thank you all very much for tuning in to today. Hope everybody listening to this has had a great time, albeit with a Owls loss. But thank you all very much for tuning in. I hope everybody has a great rest of your night. Take care, everybody.